Hans, Bubby, we're live.
Hi, you sexy Sasquatchian nipples. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Miss you guys and your hairy, sexy asses.
I like hairy butts on men because those are the kind that.
Dude, I was watching
when you have your face in them.
Remember American Pie when he walks in Jim's room and he's trying to jack off and he's watching that porn and it's like, you know, like back in the day in the late 90s, you had to watch it between the lines. And Jim's dad walks in and he's like, oh, honey, there's just something wrong with the reception because the mom's like, oh, I think he's watching porno. He's like, no, yeah. And the TV goes, yeah, spank my hairy ass. He goes, what's that? What's that? Oh man, dude. I think, yeah, I don't know. American Pie 2 is fucking hilarious, but I don't know. American Pie 1 might be the best one. I mean, it might just be.
I got to go back and watch American Pie 2 again because I haven't seen that in a while. I saw American Pie again a little while ago. It's still great. Still, those movies hold up pretty good. Yeah, surprisingly well. Like my wiener in old age.
American Wedding was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was. I don't remember liking it as much as the other ones. I got to go back and rewatch all of them.
Well, American Wedding was literally about Stifler. Like that's all. That's entirely his movie. When he's like, "Yeah, well, you're a motherfucker," and he's like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch."
Yeah, I got to go back and rewatch those at some point, man.
You know, I never did like him. He was all right in the first one, but I always thought he overstayed his welcome. Was that kid from Rookie of the Year? I always kind of got like bored of his character and Tara Reid or whatever her name was.
What he was trying to be like the suave, smooth, like nice guy. It's like, all right, you're overdoing it, pal. You're doing too much, and I don't like it.
I just want it to mean something when I say I love you.
I don't like the way my face looks right now, and I want to change it. It's like I don't like your face. It's like I just want to put my fist through it.
Yeah, it's always been funny to me that they found Sean William Scott bagging groceries or working as a clerk. Like you never hear that shit. Like that's such a rare thing where people think it happens all the time. It's like super rare, like anymore.
Wait, what he was?
Sean William Scott was like a grocer. Like he was like a clerk.
When they hired him.
Yeah, the guy, the Stifler. And the director just happened to be at the store and thought he had a good look about him and thought he could play Stifler.
Didn't they find Natalie Portman in a Pizza Hut, or was that proven false?
I don't know. They might have.
I thought the rumor was that George Lucas, because of course he was at Pizza Hut, because A, Pizza Hut's delicious. But B, that he found her there. But then someone's like, that's total bullshit. She had like 7 acting credits before she might have.
I think she was probably like maybe she did like commercials or something. I know that one of them for real is that Aliens. Newt, that little girl, James Cameron, they actually just saw her eating lunch, and she never acted before or since then. She's a 3rd grade teacher now. I watched the Aliens reunion on YouTube, but she was lucky because mostly they don't find you at night. Mostly.
How the fuck did Newt end up as a 3rd grade teacher of all things? That's Newt from Alien.
Well, it was funny because they asked her, said, "Does any of your kids like come up to you like in school?" And they're like, "No, but their parents do." When they find out who I am, and then they'll like bring their Blu-ray to sign, and I'll be like, I can't do it here. I'll do it like later. Like it's like she's doing a drug deal, and then she's like at the PTA meetings that the dads show up a lot more now.
Dude, I would not ever do that if my kid was in Newt's, especially since she was just a little kid when they did that movie. But if I found out my kid was in Newt's class, I would just be like, I'm definitely not asking for an autograph or anything. I'm not gonna make it fucking weird. It's like, hey, small child who I saw once.
You just got that would be awkward. And if it says like, I know who you are, I'm not gonna ask for an autograph if that's what you're asking. I'm not here for an autograph. I mean, that's weird. That's awkward.
Yeah, but can you
want to give me one?
with this green Sharpie. No, I was confused. Like, it makes sense that she's a school teacher. The 3rd grade got me because for some reason I was thinking Alien 3, which she was not in. She should have been. That was the dumbest thing ever, wasn't it? Like, I think that
killed them off screen.
You could talk all you want to about Alien 3 sucking the butt crack of Windsor, but like the stupidest thing about it was dead from the get-go. When you're like, we made this whole emotional plot in Alien 2 about Michael Biehn and saving this little girl, and it's like, yeah, she's dead. She got hit by a bus. She's dead.
Well, they killed off Hicks and her.
Yeah.
And then Bishop was only in it for a second. He was like, looked like mashed potatoes. It was all mushed up. And he was like, I'm not what I used to be. I was like, fuck it. You tell me what I want to know, Bishop.
Plug it in.
It'd be funny if you were a parent of the kids in one of Newt's classes, and you could just like quote movie lines back to her from the movie and see if she knows if she's talking to you about your kids' progress. And she's like, yeah, well, I mean, she's not doing very well in math. Are you teaching her? As like she usually does well at home, mostly Mostly at home.
Mostly.
And then you could be like, he's like, well, what about your parents? Did your parents help you? I was like, they're dead. All right. They're dead. Can I go now?
It's like, sorry, you failed. I failed, man. It's over. Game
Like,
over,
well, maybe
man.
she just needs to get it after school too. It's like, affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh, Rootin' Tootin', Texas Tootin' is our first super tootin' of the night, and he says Halloween 4 is mighty fine, boy. He looks like me when the wife kicks me to the curb for eating all the toothpaste. I like the minty taste, makes my Agent Orange act up. You think Jamie caught the evil?
It might have done it, dude. It might have done Rootin' Tootin'. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
You've been spreading all sorts of goddamn things, talking about your Agent Orange and shit. Like, lay off the high C. It's not good for you.
We never run out of toothpaste in this house because if it's on sale, my wife buys it. She has bought, like, she'll come home from the grocery store with like 6 fucking tubes of toothpaste. I'm like, why? We have drawers full of toothpaste, like, because it was on sale. And sometimes we run out of toothpaste, and then she's like, see? I'm like, God damn it.
This toothpaste is from 1978. I have some.
It was on sale. I had to get it. Thanks, Rootin' Tootin'. Good luck to you and the situations. Joshua, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a minute, buddy, with your fucking horns and your silly fucking goat. Hey, boys, I finally watched.
It's the work of witchcraft.
Yes, it is. It's a gypsy. Hey, boys, I finally watched When Evil Lurks. I have never yelled, holy shit, so many times during the movie. That's what I'm saying, man. This movie fucks me up so bad, man.
The only time I've heard holy shit more than that is when my wife saw my dick for the first time. It was too small. Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Like, and then she was like,
big?
I was like, no, it's so big. Yeah. I was like, shut up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You said it was a good size.
Why is it dark? Why is it several colors?
The effort, you moron. Oh.
Yeah, Josh, dude, that movie fucked me up. That fucked me up deep in throat. Jay, you got to watch that alone with headphones on. When Evil Lurks.
I was married. That was what my ex-marriage was called.
You should record yourself watching it because I'd like to see it. I almost threw up.
My ex-wife.
I was like,
when my ex-wife used to drink wine, it would be called When Evil Lurks because you know that she was around every corner. Like at night, you hear that, Jay! It'd be like a banshee in the night.
There are videos where you can actually hear that scream.
He's like, no sex for me tonight, and I've got to cover the bruises up for my friends.
Yeah, if you look at there's an old video if you watch when I'm on a treadmill and I'm actually wearing her shorts. It's all like packed up in my junk. I think I'm wearing her shirt too, like a bandana. I'm running on a treadmill, and then Michael comes in and he throws me into the wall. If you pay close attention to that video, when Cody throws me into the wall, I hit the wall and I'm trying to like get into it, right? Like make it look believable. So I launched myself off the treadmill and into the wall and immediately felt something give and turned around. And there's just a me-sized impalement in their drywall and this fresh, newish home, a whole me-size just cave in of the wall. And I look at the camera like, but if you listen really closely, you can hear that exact noise of the African wild forest. You can hear, Jay!
Like,
and
night,
you'll know.
like, and sometimes at night when you hear coyotes howling at the moon, and you're like, I hope they're not close to the house. That's what she sounded like when she yelled. Like when she would yell, you could tell that she was like drunk because it had like that slight slur to it. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a magical evening after everyone goes home tonight.
Dude, I wish to God I saved that footage that we had from us. We filmed ourselves doing the 100 beer shot challenge, which is you take a shot of beer every 100 minutes, and it ends up being like a 12-pack in an hour or something. So yeah, you throw up. And
it was a Centron challenge.
Yeah. We filmed us all doing that, and Jay did it that time, and I
won, victorious.
He won. He did, and I was holding the camera, and I was in the yard with Jay. And I remember editing it going, no, fuck, I can't put this out. Because Jay's like, I want to spew. I'm like, do it, dude, spew. And then I started singing Frozen to him. He was sick and he was in the yard. And I was going, let it go, let it go. And then you could just hear her in the background, like, Jay, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is this? And it caught her essence on film, and I fucking lost it.
It was like catching the devil on photograph. Like, yeah, it's a magical thing. It's not a magical thing. It's an evil thing. You're like, is this an omen? I don't know. I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind?
I was like, stop yelling at him. He's trying to throw up.
Dude, Mike did it. We did it because we're fucking losers. We did a dry run the day before, and we didn't even film it. We just want to see what would happen. And Mike did it. I didn't do it. I just watched him, and he got so fucking hammered. And then he like passed out and slept in my house. And then he talked to his wife on the phone. And they got into some kind of fight. And then he threw my fucking phone across the room, and like, because he was mad, and he threw it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, that's my phone. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Because he threw it. He thought it was his phone.
Mattress. Yeah. I was laying on an air mattress. It was one of those, it was so long ago. It was probably like a Nokia. But I was on an air mattress in your bedroom. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, he threw it and hit the fucking door. I was like, because I was waiting by the door to get my phone back. And I was like, dude, that's my phone. He's like, sorry, dude. I don't know.
That was a time. That was a wild time in our lives. That's for sure. You know who likes wild times in their lives? JK. Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Happy New Year's, fellas. Happy New Ow! Fucking shit. Happy New Year's to you. That hurt. You can only watch one of these for the rest of your lives. Halloween 6, Nightmare 2, or The Crow.
Every time, JK. Every time you come with this.
He says American Pie 2 clears, by the way. No chance. No chance.
That's good. No, American Pie 2 is really good. I just like the original one for some reason more.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Out of all, I like, listen, H6 is lifeblood for the essence of the soul. Nightmare 2 is completely original and sexy in its own way, but I got to go with The Crow. You got, like, you can watch, like, if you're on a deserted island, you can run around and pretend that you're the Crow. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, just make up stories in your head. I would also don't want to watch something that would be like fucking nightmarish, scary. Because what when it gets dark on the island and there's nobody around? Yeah, like, you're gonna get fucking scared.
Yeah, that's actually a really tough question. Nightmare 2 is definitely out, because while I do love Nightmare 2, and it's probably my favorite Nightmare sequel of all the sequels, it's a dark thing to it's a dark ass movie. You know what I mean? It's not exactly a happy thing. So if you only could keep one, The Crow's not exactly happy either. Halloween 6, I don't know. I have to say Halloween 6 just because Halloween 6, once again, if I don't take it, no one will, and it'll spend its life alone in the cold. And I need that in my heart.
Well, yeah. And the good thing is on Nightmare 2, you could only get into that part where it's like, touch me, baby, drive me, and just loop that and it'd be happy.
Yeah, that's a good point. You do have a point there. But the Crow is the best movie on that list, if we're being honest. That's true for sure. Great question, man. Michael, parting my hair left and right. What's fascinating is that South Southerton's character, Star Wars sideshow, SWS character Billy from Final Destination is socially and mentally challenged and not like Striffler at all. SWS.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Sean William Scott's character, Bill. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, and what's interesting is that Sean William Scott's not like that at all in real life. He's more like introverted and shy. So it like when he's done multiple interviews about it. Like, it was awkward for him to come out and do say the lines that he had to say and like act like the asshole that he acted like, because he's like, that's not me at all. Like, because all that was written. None of that was like ad-libbed and shit like that. By the way, Michael, you got to call me not Dragon the next time you address me. Remember, I also watch Step Brothers. He's like, you got to call me Dragon. And he's like, and then he's like, you call me Nighthawk.
God, it's like Nighthawk. He's like this on a planet of this fucking sucks camel dick.
He's like, why don't you suck a dick? I mean, I'm saying if that's what you're into. By the way, I did, but a great question, Michael. And yes, you're absolutely right. Sean William Scott is a totally different character. He's actually a good actor. The thing I was going to tell, I actually on Reddit, because I watched Step Brothers. Will Ferrell leaked the canceled. He didn't leak. It wasn't the entire script, but the synopsis of what Step Brothers 2 was going to be about. Did you see this?
No.
It was like a long time ago. It was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But apparently, it was going to be the idea that his brother and him, Glenn, and Will Ferrell, they follow their parents to the retirement home and want to live. They want to retire because they said they were tired of being adults, and now they feel like they deserve to retire and be.
No, I mean, why did they make that fucking movie? That
I don't know.
Classic.
I guess funding. I don't know.
That sucks, dude. That Step Brothers is just one of the all-time funniest movies ever, and nobody will appreciate it because it's so dumb and silly and stuff. But like, it really is, dude. I think it's a top 10 all-time movie.
Yeah, no. As far as comedy movies go, I mean, I think it's got to be in the top 10.
I don't know why, but since we're demonetized anyways on all of these, sometimes we can show stuff. But I saw this scene today.
Sleep with your eyes open, because if you don't. I love when they talk shit to each other, dude. When they get along, it's funny, but when they're mad at each other, it's the best.
Okay, here it is. This is not from that movie, but I saw this clip today and it just made me laugh, and I was like, I gotta show this during the stream today. I'm sure you guys have seen this, but this is the best scene from Ted, in my opinion. Next to the hooker turd, this is the best scene from Ted.
Complimentary map of Boston.
Much.
I don't know. I got.
Oh, here it is.
Jesus, Sky, you look like shit, man. What happened?
I don't know. I got fucking wasted last night, and my phone says I texted someone at 3:15 asking them to beat me up, and then at 4:30 I texted the same person saying thanks.
And you don't remember it?
No, same as last time.
It just seems kind of gay, doesn't it?
Well, maybe, yeah.
Out of some like gay beat up underworld, like one of those gay beat up clubs or something.
I know. I dig chicks, man. I don't remember any of it. I was so fucked up. I might be gay. I don't know. Hey, do you mind covering for me for a bit? I might go lay down in the john.
Hey, buddy.
He's like, I don't mean I like chicks. I don't know. I might be gay.
you know who's also speaking of Sad Brothers, who's also like extremely underrated and never talked about, because obviously George C. Reilly and Will Ferrell were awesome in that, but Adam Scott was fucking hilarious too.
Dude, he really was.
I can sing high like this.
I like that. I like his wife too. She's like, I want to roll you a little ball and
Dude,
stuff
she's
inside my
fucking hot.
vagina. Thank you. Like, I have the weirdest attraction to her. I don't know why.
No,
like,
dude, like,
it's weird.
No, she's hot, like legit hot.
You're
like,
not supposed to.
hot.
Yeah, what is it about that person? And like, I don't understand.
Just like this uncontrollable animal rage, sexual instinct that she had, like that magnetic sex machine coming on.
Sex panther or cheetah or no.
Like, I can't say what
machine.
he said, but remember that part where Adam Scott pops up into the clubhouse and he's like, "What's up?" You know what he?
You want to punch me in my
I'm
fucking
only
face,
laughing
don't
because
you?
like he's an asshole in the way that he delivered the lines, but he's like, "Yeah, you want to punch me in the face right now, don't you?" So you want to punch me in the fucking face? Well, why don't you punch me? The he like punches him. Will Ferrell's like, "That was awesome. That was the coolest shit I've ever seen."
That's when they became best friends. Mr. Clumps. He's Clump. He might be gay. Mr. Clump says, I just saw the Young Rock TV show had Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. LOL. It looks so funny. That show is pretty bad. Young Rock on ABC. That was the most serious Mr. Clumps has ever been.
Yeah,
he wants.
Well, Mr. Clumps probably thought he was tuning in for a masterful piece of cinema, and his face tells it all. That's the face that he's like, "Oh, Undertaker and Stone Cold is in this," and then he's like, "Oh." Yeah, I don't even know anything about that. That's fucking crazy.
Mr. Clumps looks like Epstein if he still was alive.
No, Mr. Clumps looks like Epstein after he was dead. If he looks like a zombie from Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
He does. Looks like your dad after a shower. Cody Buchanan says we should rank all the Final Destination kills sometimes. That would be fun, huh?
Well, yeah, because you know what's going to happen is Final Destination 6 coming out this year, which I'm very excited for. So yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
it's going to be easy though, because the Final Destination 1 is going to rank number 1. I mean, I think they all are pretty much the way that they are, like as they were released, is going to be the order. Final Destination 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I beg to differ. 5 was a fucking badass movie.
You could have.
I would probably go 1, then 5, then 2.
Listen, I have just begun to defile myself, but you are
I know 5 fucking rips, dude. It's awesome. Thanks, Cody. Appreciate that, dude. Dr. Terhu says, Dr. Terhu. Slightly off topic, but I'd love to see Peter Capaldi. God, that's a fun name to say, isn't it? Peter Capaldi or Christopher Eccleston as Loomis in the eventual remake, reboot, re-money grab.
I don't know who Christopher Eccleston is.
I don't know who either of those people is.
Peter Capaldi sounds. I don't know.
I'll pull it up.
I don't know.
I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering dick juice. Sorry.
Gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. If we're doing Disney, let's do Disney right.
This is Peter Capaldi, you sluts, you filthy, dirty whores. Is he from Doctor Who? I'm guessing.
Oh my
you
God,
Doctor Who fuckers.
That guy I know who he is, but he also looks like he just discovered lightning.
Yeah, that looks like my priest after he invited me into his
he looks like quarters. That guy's like, what would happen if I put my dick in a socket? Peter
Capaldi. And that's when he gets questioned about it.
He looks like Egon's dad.
Who's the other guy? Christopher Eccleston.
Another Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
You fucking Doctor Who fucks. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I don't. He was the bad guy in 28 Days Later, the army dude.
Yeah, he was also the bad guy in the Sean Connery King Arthur First Night.
No, yeah, I see your name, Dr. Tara Who. See, this person loves Doctor Who.
Yeah, well,
they love it.
I never got into it, but I mean, I know that they're massive. Everybody loves them, but I think he's the bad guy in the First Night. I could be wrong. I don't know, but he looks a little bit villainous though. Like that's the only thing. He has a very, very villainous face.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this: the first guy did.
Like that guy will not accept our insurance if he was Dr. Loomis. That guy will definitely. He's out of our network.
He will absolutely deny you a bank loan. There's no question. I get it, man. I wish I could get into Doctor Who, but I forgot what I was going to say. But thank you, appreciate that.
It's a mega pint of awesome for a lot of people. But yeah, and I like the time travel aspect stuff. But I don't know what it is, man. Like certain shows like that just never appeal to me.
I don't have time in my life for a new Fred right now.
Don't get me wrong, I like time travel, but the few stuff I've seen of it, I don't know. It just, and I don't understand it because there's different Doctor Who's, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like every season, there's a different doctor.
It's because you're stupid.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of not knowing who you is.
Look at this photograph. Hey, Lee the Machine Bowers comes in with bombs from Texas Town. He says, fucking take this. Hide it for me. I'll be back for it later. Hey, thank you so much, Lee. Really appreciate that, man. He kicks in the cantina door and say, hey, pieces of shit, buy yourself some Nikes. I got to go. And then hops in his Lamborghini and drives away into the sun. That's a beautiful gift you bestowed upon us, my friend. Thank you so much. He says, hey, sexy fellas, happy early New Year's. Hey, we should be a trio in wrestling. The Machine and the Doctors, me, Dr. Loomis, and Dr. Chalice take on Michael, Jason, and Freddie. That would be awesome. Love you.
You know what? I think that I would love if like the WWF or somebody like one of the wrestlers ever came up with a gimmick where they actually did something like that, where they were heavily inspired by a horror movie character, and like implemented that in some way so they don't get sued, obviously, but everybody would know who it was, like Sting did with the Crow. Yeah,
like regular dudes like Daniel Bryant.
Isn't he dead? Brian?
No. Bray Wyatt passed away, but Daniel
LaRusso.
Yeah. There's this really boring dude who I made fun of once, and everybody was like, "Whoa, you don't know what that guy's been through." All right, we're gonna go to Chicago, and then we're gonna go through Illinois, and then we're gonna scoot around.
A lot of people's girlfriends are in there. Just calm it down.
Yeah, Chris Farley, me from fucking Wayne's World, but no. Yeah, dude, regular people versus like the Undertaker Kane type characters and like a 3-way tag team would be dope as fuck. I'd be super into that.
I love the name though, the Doctors. And you could just have like 3 guys that are like a triple tag team, and then they just come, or you could have like a tag team, and then one of the guys like the manager and call them the Doctors. That's fucking dope. I kind of like that. And then you could play the house MD music.
Or the Doogie Howser.
Yeah, when they come down the aisle, not like Goofy. It's got to be serious. It's like these are fucking serious motherfuckers.
Yeah, I can tell you.
And next Saturday night at SummerSlam, you're gonna find out that we're more serious than a heart attack. Tell them, Doctor. I concur.
Dude, Lee, I think you just came up with the coolest fucking wrestling guy's idea ever. And if it was a Dr. Chalice type, he's a doctor, he's a wrestler, but he's also a boozer and a womanizer. So he comes out and he looks like Paul Rudd in 40-Year-Old Virgin after the dating thing. He's got the cigarette. He spits the cigarette out and spits the beer out. He's like, let me tell you something.
Well, it'd be more interesting. Awesome. Who would be the manager, Dr. Loomis or Dr. Chalice? Because they both could easily be that manager role.
I think that they should wrestle and have their own manager, and their manager should be Neil Patrick Harris. But he's always trying to sleep with him, and Dr. Chalice lets him because Dr. Chalice goes both ways. Dr. Chalice does, dudes.
I don't know.
Just saying.
He looks like he's taken up the butt a few times for sure.
Oh yeah, he gets drunk out there on a Thursday.
Naughty Nate, nasty Nate.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
nasty
it happens.
Nate. By the way,
those doctors' conferences, there's not enough women around.
By the way, thank you so much. Thank you, dude, for your generosity. And by the way, happy early New Year's to you. I was going to say, for your patrons out there, I had this fucking sucked. Dude. When I texted Mike, I was actually genuinely pissed, and he didn't get my original text message that I sent yesterday. And dude, that was just laden with fucking. I turned into an Irishman. There were so much fucking cuss words in that.
Your phone might not have sent it because they thought it was so dirty.
Yeah, my phone was even I can't even bleep this shit out. Like it's too much. Like my phone turned me off. But no, I recorded something for the Patreon on solo commentary. I was going to do Scrooge, Bill Murray, because I figured like, oh, close to the holidays, it's a good. I was an hour fucking in, like an hour and a minute, and I checked the Audacity, you record. The fucking thing wasn't even goddamn recording. I've been just sitting there talking to myself and playing my wiener, apparently, doing nothing but just talking to myself. Which, don't get me wrong, I usually like to talk to myself, but in this case, I was doing it for you guys, and this bullshit. Oh, dude, I was fucking mad. And then I was like, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to turn the goddamn thing on and be like, hey, guys, I haven't watched this yet. Because it hadn't saved. So now I'm just going to do Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. That didn't happen to me, but I filmed like a 45-minute video or something. And the entire time, the little mute button on this was turned on. And I had all the video of me being like, and there was no fucking audio.
You should have put that up and then just subtitled it. Like you could have like he goes, I don't know what I'm doing. You should challenge me to a fight. Volleyball is my favorite.
I could have gotten the point across.
But no, so I'm going to do Groundhog Day, which is it's funny because it actually makes sense. It's like that guy that gets trapped in time in one day, and it's the most horrible fucking day, which is what it was for me yesterday. I was like, I can't do anything because I was trying to work like an hour after. I was like, all right, I'm going to calm down. I'm gonna go eat a Pringle chip, and then I'm gonna come back, and it's gonna be fine. And then it still wasn't fine because it was plain Pringle chip and not the sour cream and onion. Who the fuck buys plain Pringle chips, you commie?
I like, I can say
don't tell me you like plain Pringles.
I don't like plain Pringles. I will eat plain Pringles if that's all there is, but I also don't like sour cream and onion Pringles. I will eat them, but my kids, they love them, so they're always here. So I just
pizza flavor are good though.
I lost infatuation. Pizza is the one. Pizza is the fucking one.
But I can never find it. It's almost like it's like a rare thing anymore because everybody buys that shit because everybody's fat in America. So you gotta always settle for sour cream and onion and regular.
Yeah,
but the regular ones, like I always feel like you're. It's not. I mean, Pringles are expensive. I just think like when you go into someone's house and all they have is regular Pringles, like the red can. It's like red for danger. It's like this person's poor.
Or sociopath.
I know it's the same cost, but it's like this person's like unoriginal and poor, and they have no friends. They're eat regular Pringles chips.
They're a pod person. They're a pod person, and they're dangerous, and you should stay away from them.
I know that's what's going on. It's like, Jay, I like regular Pringles. I was like, yeah, then why don't you just buy Lay's?
Sorry to you, person who likes
Lay's. You like Lay's potato chips? Lay's potato
chips
with sour cream and onion dip. Woo-wee. That's
or just by themselves. I can eat Lay's potato chips by themselves.
You put them on a bologna sandwich. You get the crunch. That's some good shit. Mustard, a little mustard on the bologna. You put the chips on that, and you squish it up. Good shit right there.
A little mayo on there too, or mustard. I think you go mayo or mustard. You don't mix the two.
I always, because apparently I was using the fake mayonnaise. Miracle Whip is considered fake mayonnaise, which I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's the only Miracle. That's it. Like, it's Miracle that we have something like that. And they're like, no, you gotta have Hellman's. I'm like, I tried Hellman's. I spit the fucking sandwich out. It was like literally taking a bite out of a salty dick.
I think you're in your head on that one because here's the thing about mayonnaise. If mayonnaise is such a gross fucking concept that if you think about mayonnaise at all while you eat something that has mayonnaise as a part of it, I guarantee you spit it out.
No,
mayonnaise is fucking disgusting.
No, it is but it has to be. Obviously, you don't want to think about what you're eating, much like when you're sucking a dick for crack. But I'm saying,
I just gotta get through it.
But you just gotta get through it. But the thing about Hellman's, which is pure mayonnaise, I guess, or Duke's, whatever. That's so salty. It's so fucking salty. Like Miracle Whip is like considered the diet mayonnaise. It's like the Diet Coke of mayonnaise.
We drink a lot, but I think we've discussed this before. I don't know how you taste salt in mayonnaise. I've never tasted salty mayonnaise.
I don't know. It was.
Are you sure it was mayonnaise?
Yep. It wasn't the pale ale. I didn't. No one jerked off.
You sure it wasn't some dude named Steve after a day?
No, it was pure fucking salty for me.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe it's like, I'm only used to eating Miracle Whip. Maybe it's like I couldn't even drink a Coca-Cola, like a regular Coke. It would be just disgusting to me. It'd be like I was tasting a sugar cane and like jacking it off and like having it live in my mouth.
Yeah, which sounds good actually, but like no, I can't drink Coke either. I have to have diet. The sugar's too much. Like the pure syrup is too much for me. Little tum-tums. Kyle said, "Ready for New Year's Eve? Any other crazy movie theater stories?" I related to the assigned seats issue. Yeah, really annoying. Spanish Chucky killed me. Some of the last time.
I know Spanish Chucky was going.
Dude, I got theater stories for fucking days. I had lots of miserable ass experiences in movie theaters.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's the typical ones. I mean, I've had them where people will fart it and then it just smells, and then they do that squeaky move in their seat and act like they didn't do it. I'm like, I know you did it. Like I zeroed in on you immediately. Like you farted and I could smell it. And it's awful and I can't move because I don't want to be rude. I'm trapped by my kindness because like if I get up in the middle of this movie and I move over, everybody's gonna know you farted because everyone's smelling it. So I'll just sit here and bear it. Or I'll
you got to take the fart to be a good
like
person.
This. Yeah, I don't know. Mike's probably got more than me, but there's been a few. I don't remember them all. I mean, me and Mike one time stole a theater chair.
We did. Yeah, they had a theater chair. They were throwing the theater chairs out of movie
theater. We didn't steal it. I mean, they were throwing it out. It's not like we were just like fucking like garbage bums that just like saw it. You're like, hey, grab that.
Fucking thing didn't have wheels on it though. So I take it home and I make it my computer desk chair. One of the movie tavern chairs. Everybody knows those. I made it my computer desk chair for like months. I had a white carpet in a rented place, and when I moved the chair, it was fucking green because like it just sat on the carpet and like the old mold, like it was gross.
We pulled up. That was I don't know how we didn't like. We looked like drug dealers or like bad guys in a Punisher movie because after the movie was over, movie tavern was closing because me and Mike had saw it. That was when they were still doing midnight releases, which I do miss those, but I understand why they don't do them anymore. But we were pulling around the side of the building and we saw that fucking chair out by the dumpster. They were throwing it away. And we were like covert Operation SEAL Team 6 go. Like how we were going to steal it. And
I need this.
I was driving a Jeep at the time. And Mike was like, just pull up and we'll open the door and I'm going to go out and we'll just throw it in the back and we'll go. And that's what I did. It was literally like, I don't know how someone was like, this motherfucker's it's a drive-by shooting or something that's going to go bad. Because I creeped up right alongside the fucking dumpster. Mike jumped out, grabbed it. I popped the trunk, threw it in, and we took off. Not squealing tires, but it was definitely like the drop was made. We did it. But again, we didn't steal anything. They were throwing it away.
Yeah, it was fine. It's going to the trash, if not to us. The worst I can think of off the top of my head was one time my wife and I went to see a Saw movie in Winchester, Kentucky. Went to see one of the Saw sequels. And this couple sat down in front of us and they put their like Carhartt over top of them. And I'm pretty sure there was some of this going on, whatever. And then eventually they lit a fucking cigarette.
I smell tuna.
Yeah, they lit a fucking cigarette like in the roll in front. Like you could smell it. Like you know what cigarette smoke is. Like they were just smoking a fucking ciggy in there. That's not the worst. I mean, I've smoked, so like it doesn't bother me. But what's embarrassing is like I'm pretty sure they were hardcore meth heads, and I was kind of scared. And he kind of looked like the dude in Saw 2 who goes in the oven and gets burnt up.
Oh, the really muscular dude? Oh, that guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, not the muscular dude. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that gets cooked in the oven, the really sketchy one. Motherfucker, some of you guys have heard the story before, turns around after the cigarette and jerking off situation, goes, "You guys want some popcorn?" And I didn't have any popcorn, and I do love the smell of popcorn. It's very hard to resist. So instead of just being rude and possibly getting shot in the face, I was like, yes, I would love some of your popcorn. And I reached my hand into this man's popcorn bowl and pulled out popcorn and just ate it. And I turned around and looked at my wife and she was like in disbelief of what the fuck I was doing. I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm eating it.
She's like, oh, look, a pube.
Yeah. I've definitely tasted like his cum. I double checked afterwards just to make sure. And I was like, yep.
This is like caramel popcorn. I like it.
Yeah. That was the worst. I felt really gross. And May got, it's a bad movie experience when for 6 months after you have to get yourself tested. Devin Osborne. Thanks, buddy. He says, sup, dudes. Thank you for doing a live stream on my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Devin.
Happy birthday, Devin. Everybody tell Devin happy birthday or we're going to come to your house and fucking kill you.
Birthday happy, Devin.
Between this and seeing Godzilla -1, today was a great day. Hey, love you too, man.
Love you, man.
Godzilla,
have a good birthday, dude. Get drunk as long as you're of age. Get drunk as fuck and have a good time.
That's a great fucking birthday present, dude. Godzilla -1. Good for you.
Yeah, man.
I hope you fucking picked a banger, buddy.
You go see Godzilla. You drink a little beer while you're watching Godzilla. Go do some karaoke afterwards. I like it. It's a good time right there.
You've chosen well, my dear. I have to get a drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds. But before I go, Adrian Ybarra says, happy early New York.
New Year's, idiot.
Thank you, fuckface. And cheers to the best content yet. Y'all having fun together is so addicting. Life is hard, but so am I. Sometimes, but this is true therapy. Thanks for being such cool dudes. Wham forever. Hey, cheers.
Hey, thank you, Adrian, man. That's really nice and sweet of you. But all this is a show, so I'm glad that you just ruined everything that we were trying to do by exposing our backstage antics. Me and Mike are not friends. We're paid actors. Holy shit.
We fist fight after shows and then we fuck.
Well, we used to, but that was all out of love.
To
and
register.
We're not in the same room anymore. So now we just bitch each other through text message. And that hadn't happened in a while, but
yeah, we film it. We send each other videos of each other.
We just do this.
Furiously jacking off.
No, we just flip each other off like over and over again. Like we keep sending selfies of each other. It's like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then you're like, fuck you. And you're like, whoa, calm down.
Hey, good afternoon. Hey,
wow, dude. Wow, man.
Whoa,
wow, dude.
Buddy.
And you're like, yeah, I know. I know. I was like, all right, dude, shit.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
You know what? It's been a good year. 2023 I can say has been a great fucking year.
For you.
It's been a great year for the channel. It's been a great
not
fucking
really.
year.
It's been an all right kind of year.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like all things considered. I mean, channel wise, like as far as like the channel, like
everything's good. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys have we've had a lot of fun fucking live streams, a lot of cool fucking things. It's been a good wham year for sure. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna go finger myself in the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
That was great, Adrian. I wish you'd seen that super chat for the end of it, so we could have played "If I Could Be Like That." I would give it. Reminds me of like the ending of like an American Pie. Was it American Pie 2? I don't know, but that was really nice of you, Adrian. Thank you. And now I sit here because I don't know what we are. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go.
Like Garth, dude.
No, I know. I gotta go down to the. Oh, there we go. I was gonna go down to the live chat, but I didn't know where we were.
You just from my ears though. You sound like Garth. You're like we're alone now, and being alone.
I'm having a good time.
Not. Oh shit! Fuck. Hey, thanks, Adrian. You're the fucking best, dude. And happy New Year to everybody. This is our last stream of 2023.
Yeah.
It is over after tonight.
Yeah.
For us.
Retirement. Jeez.
Yeah, actually, it's the last show ever.
I've got to go. Got to get a job at Sam's Club. They have great benefits for employees.
You guys don't know. We're done after this stream. This is our last
Sam's Club was my life. And that's where I'm. Can you imagine, like, you get a job at Sam's Club and you write the coolest fucking rock album afterwards? Like, yeah, I did YouTube for a while. Then YouTube kind of like, I had to go away from it. And then I got a job at Sam's Club. And then I started working at Sam's, dude. And like, it's just inspiration just starts like blasting in my eyes and my mouth. And I was like,
made an album.
Yeah, I was like, working in the back room. It's all about Sam's Club. It's all about the warehouse. I mean, it might resonate with some people.
It could, yeah, it's definitely going to be a hit among the people who work at Sam's Club crowd. Maybe even reach out and stretch itself to the Costco niche of the world. Adrian says, keep one and his entire filmography. Jim Carrey through Adam Sandler. Just one film by each.
Oh, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey.
No,
pick one and his entire filmography. So everything they've done.
Thank you. I forgot how to read.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. I forgot how to do logistics. I will say Jim Carrey.
It's Jim Carrey. Every day, twice on Sunday. That's an easy one for me. I do love Adam Sandler, but hey, by the way, if anybody has kids, there's this Adam Sandler voiced movie from Happy Madison that's out on Netflix right now. It's about a lizard. Do you know the name of that? She's not listening.
It's Happy. It's called Lizard Happy.
Something
Happy
about a lizard or an iguana. It's fucking funny. If you have kids, watch it with your kids. You'll enjoy it, especially if you're a Happy Madison fan for sure. Tiffany Hoffman. That's a badass last name, by the way. It's shared by someone in Saul. Here's a fight you all never thought of. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man versus Michael Myers. Who wins?
Well, I don't know. It depends on how Stay Puft tries to plan taking out Michael. If he sits on him, Michael will eat that asshole out.
He's hungry.
He'll eat that asshole out.
Girl?
Yeah, I mean, it'll come right out of his mouth. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Stay Puft's probably gonna. I mean, you just drown that bitch in marshmallow.
Someone said it's not his fault he can't read.
She reads at a freshman level.
Oh man, that's actually tough because Michael could hide so easily, but would he ever win the fight? Like, how could Michael take down?
What if Michael just like said, "Yeah, I'll just go into your foot and just like live it," because he doesn't need to breathe. Michael's not gonna die. He can just live in there, like work his way up.
It's 100% the marshmallow. No, actually. Yeah, no, it's Marshmallow.
It's the Marshmallow Man. It's like what happened if Godzilla fought fucking Jason. I don't know. He just incinerated his ass.
I was thinking initially about like, yeah, but like, you know how they're like, don't think of anything, clear your mind. and they're all supposed to not think of anything because they're worse. Whatever they think of will come true. You know, I was like, Michael would win because he's not going to think of shit. His brain's empty in a fucking warehouse.
You would think of Dr. Loomis and a big giant ass Dr. Loomis come down and whoop his ass.
No, but once the Stay Puft's already there, it's definitely because like Michael's just going to try to stab it, and this stupid hand's going to get stuck in his goo, and he's like,
yeah.
That's
what. Yeah. That's Michael's way. He's like,
you just hear the faintest.
No, if you like that WCW NWO Night or Revenge on Nintendo 64, when you get you go.
Jared said Michael could get them cheeks clapped. I didn't know Stay Puft was gonna fuck him. Imagine getting butt fucked by the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Dude, I didn't know you get down like that, dog.
It's like, damn, Jake, I didn't know you like to get wet. Gary, someone had a controversial opinion on a movie the other day on YouTube, and I shouted, "Are you fucking high?"
Yeah, dude, that's so. Yeah, I know. That's when he's like, "That's no TV for a week." You fucking hot.
Are you fucking high? That was a great scene, dude.
I've been thinking about raising. No, that's from Talladega Nights. I've been thinking about raising meat for food. That's from Talladega Nights.
That's a great one too. God, I need to rewatch Step Brothers again. It's a yearly watch.
Dude, Step Brothers, like I remember watching it for the first. I had no idea. Like I love George C. Reilly, and I think I knew that. Like watching him in Talladega Nights, but I had no idea how great that fucking movie was going to be. Like the idea that these two 40-year-old dumbasses that live with their parents and don't want to get a job, don't want to grow up at all, are like meeting and living in the same house, and they act like, because they reminded me so much of how me and Mike acted and my brother when we were kids. He's like, so can we build a bunk bed? and he's like, you're 40-year-old man, you can do whatever the fuck. He goes, I don't give a fuck. And he's like, so
so much room for activities. Yeah, dude, I think that's probably why we like it so much, is because
like, can we just become best friends? Yup.
They actually did karate in the garage, which we actually did as kids.
I know.
We would turn on the Mortal Kombat soundtrack and we would fight each other in the garage. That's how long ago it was. That was actually last Tuesday. We got drunk on Maker's Mark. That's like, Katie, get the CD.
Turn on now. Volume 2.
Luke Weber, what's up, ladies? Have you ever watched any not real life games? They're playing a few games over in Vegas next year. Should check it out. NRL. What is NRL? No rude.
National Rifle Leagues, where they shoot people for fun.
Nipples are
been able
lactating
to tune into that yet. I know that it's sponsored very heavily by both politicians on both sides because they don't give a fuck about the poor people, and I know they're the ones you hunt. I haven't watched it myself. No, I don't know what NRL is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with naked, rousing lesbians. The naked, rousing lesbian games. I'd watch that. Would you watch that?
National Rugby League, yes, but I wouldn't.
Oh, fuck me. Well, it was fun.
No, Luke, I haven't watched the fucking National Rugby team.
Stop asking.
Year. What are you, Chris Klein from American Pie, lacrosse man? You sexy ass fucking hole.
Thanks, Luke. No, I've never seen that shit.
I bet Luke looks like Chris Klein. I bet he looks like that hot fucking dude that plays lacrosse, because nobody plays lacrosse except hot dudes.
Yeah, but dude, in the age of where we can bet on anything, I would totally, if rugby was on TV, I'd be like, oh yeah, I like the look of these ripped dudes on team polo stripes. I'm gonna bet some on Bowl Cut Central over here and see what happens. I would bet on it and watch it. It's probably entertaining as fuck. You can get into anything if you bet on it. Blaze Eddings. Hey guys, long time watcher, first time super chatter.
Oh, thank you for coming from the shadows.
That's supposed to be a siren going off.
Sounds like me when I orgasm. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's like a diseased animal that's dying.
I can attest to that. Hey, thanks, buddy. Little biscuit boy here. LOL. I don't know what to say except thank you guys for the laughs and good times. Thanks for helping me through rough times. Cheers, guys. Peace and love. Hey, cheers to you, Blaze.
You guys are so nice tonight. What are you guys doing? Stop trying to jerk fucking tears in my eye, Diane Sawyer. I'm not going to have it tonight.
Are we being canceled? No, I think it's just the end of the year. It's just the end of the year, man. It's like,
is
hey,
that your real name, by the way, Blaze?
That's what I was going to say. Because that's a fucking cool name. You sound like Ghost Rider's sidekick. This is Blaze.
Eddings.
You just like fucking flick a Marlboro Red into some girl's face.
Blaze
Yeah,
Edding, no,
Blaze.
Blaze Edding sounds like a guy that's hunting Ghost Rider. I know that son of a bitch has been around here, or my name's not Blaze Eddings.
God damn it, Blaze.
The law offices of Blaze Eddings. Let's blaze the competition.
That's actually in the Nick Cage voice. God damn it, Blaze. Who, what, where? Oh shit. Thanks, dude. Appreciate
you,
that, man.
Appreciate
Thanks for your eyeball support. Dogma, who looks like Christian Bale with cat ears on. That's actually what's happening. In your opinion, what's a movie you really love but no one talks about? For me, it's Bang Bang You're Dead. Ben Foster is in it. Very underrated. Bang 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 Bang.
Yeah, Ben Foster is a great actor. I liked him in was that Pandemonium or Pandorum? I can't remember with
Pandorum, yeah.
Yeah, with what's his name that looks like Han Solo, but I can't remember. Dennis Quaid. I thought he was good in that. I thought he was great in 310 to Humor. He's one of the best bad guys out there.
Punisher. Who's the Punisher?
He was really good in Punisher. As far as a movie that I feel like no one talks about at all is, I mean, there's a lot, but I feel like no one ever, for me anyway, I don't think anyone ever mentions Kickboxer 2 because not a lot of people have seen it. It's an action movie. It's not a horror movie. You know, it's a sequel to the Jean-Claude Van Damme classic Kickboxer, but Kickboxer 2 is so fucking good, dude. It's so awesome. It's the story of David Sloan, the youngest brother of Eric and Kurt Sloan, and it continues the story and tradition of what the Sloan brothers were all about.
What else does it do, Jay?
It does a lot for your sex life when you watch it in the dark. But
what else does it do when it opens? What do they do?
Suns will set and suns will rise, but I still see my brother's eyes. It's got one of the best soundtracks ever, by the way. Yeah, nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it, and it's so strange to meet anybody when you mention Kickboxer 2 and how great it is. They're like, what? But the guy that played Cody on Step by Step is the main guy. Is David Sloan. Sasha Mitchell.
Bear Cohen.
No, I think it's Sasha Mitchell. I think so. Yeah, it's underrated as fuck. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I won't watch it because of what they do. What they do in the opening of the movie. I won't spoil it for anybody.
That's because of John Claude's failure. That's because of John Claude.
Fuck that. I hate that. I don't like it.
That's what he does. That's what he decided to. Anyway, I can't say what happens, but the beginning is kind of shit because of what they do off screen. But I
don't like it. I don't like it, and I moved to strike. I'm gonna go with, just because you said yours was Kiss Kiss or Bang Bang You're Dead, I'm gonna go with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, movie with Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, written by Shane Black, total Lethal Weapon vibes, Christmas action movie. Nice Guys, if you like the Nice Guys, if you like Lethal Weapon, if you like movies like that, and it's fucking Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. fucking shit up and getting into trouble. That and Showdown Little Tokyo is the two movies I'm gonna go with. Nobody ever talks about those. Those are great fucking movies.
Oh, they suck. There's a reason.
Shut up!
I gotta go pee now.
Okay, go pee.
I'll be back.
Go pee. Show us your dick. Bang, 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 bang. Smoke. Snake. Raider Pliskin. Do you actually go to Raiders games and wear that? Because that would be actually dope as fuck. And they're like, hey, Bob, you want a beer? And you're like, call me Snake. Been playing a ton of Cyberpunk. Just finished Edge Runners. If you could pick one piece of cyberware for your body, what would it be and why? That's a question I'll ask Jay when he gets back, because he probably knows more about it than I do. But a cyber piece of my body would absolutely be, I would get a cyber implant from my knee to like my dick, like right here. And it would make me a full foot taller. And then I would be like 6. I don't want to be that tall. So like it would, like a 5-inch thing to make me like 5 inches taller. I always wanted to be tall. Like, not because like it's like a thing that like women like now, but like I wanted to be tall because like all the people I admire are super fucking tall. And I'm like, I want to look like them. And then they're like, I can't because they're 6'5". Fuck. And then you'd be better at sports. And that would be awesome. So yeah, I would just make myself fucking taller. But I will ask Jay that when he comes back as well. JK! Woo! Kane in 97, 98 was literally Michael Myers. Also, Will Ferrell should have played Ric Flair in Ironclaw. He already had the look in Eastbound and Down. It's like, I could feel it in my plums. One day, me and Deborah, we were making love. If you guys have never watched the outtakes to Eastbound and Down with Will Ferrell, we'll actually, you know, we'll watch it tonight. It's the last stream of the year. Let's watch it tonight together, because that's some of the funniest fucking shit you've ever seen in your life. I can feel it in my plums. It's the fucking greatest. But yeah, you know, I didn't mind Ric Flair in the Iron Claw. I especially love the line when he was like, where he just walks in, he's like, hey man, great fucking job. You really fucked me up in there. Hey, you guys want to come get fucked up with me at the hotel bar? I didn't mind what the guy did. But then again, I'm not very well versed on early Ric Flair. But I do know the guy said, he's like, I'm not trying to do a parody. I'm not trying to do an impression of Ric Flair. He's like, I'm just trying to capture his essence, which is, yeah, maybe that's some hoity-toity bullshit or whatever. Just do the, you know, I get that. But it didn't bother me not knowing much about early Ric Flair is all I'm saying. Gary, his fucking hair bothered me. That shit was uglier than shit. Looked like the Blair Witch went to Hot Topic. I love how when Doctor Who became a female, the sonic screwdriver got a curve on the end. So if she used it on herself, it wouldn't hit the it would hit the clit. Well, that is such a deep cut. I don't know what the fuck that means. You know what I mean? But we all know that the clit doesn't exist. It's a mythical thing that even Nicolas Cage in National Treasure 3 couldn't find, which is why they canceled the movie. Everybody knows that, Gary. Women are unpleasable, and we all know it. Brian Mack, original chicken sandwich at Burger King is underrated. Ironically, my wife would totally agree with you, dude. That's the long one, right? With the sesame seed bun and just like it's either two patties or just like one long chicken fritter patty. Like that shit's not chicken. That's like when you buy chicken wings at the store and they're like, no, it's chicken wings with a Y. It's chicken wings because it's like 97% fucking rib meat and it's not even chicken rib meat. But you're right. That with just ketchup on it, very fucking underrated. That's good shit right there. That's good. The McChicken's underrated too. Spicy McChicken, pretty good. I think the most underrated spicy chicken sandwich of all time is Rally's spicy chick in sandwich. I had a stroke. Rally's, the 2 for $4. Get you a spicy chicken sandwich. It's not what I would call good, but like it has this certain flavor to it that like if you bite it hard enough, you can like extract something strange, and it feels weird in your hoo-ha. It was like the first one I ever had too. Dr. Terry Who says, when I went to see Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, there were 2 people literally fucking behind the last row of the seats in the theater. A better and more coherent story than the movie on screen. That's 100% fucking true. That sex scene probably had better storylines than what was going on in Rob Zombie. At least there wasn't a white pony. Hopefully, because that'd be bestiality. But I totally believe it. I could see 2 people sitting around smoking hash or like chugging fucking Coors Light. Be like, you want to go watch Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and fuck during it? Let's fuck during Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. 100% believe that. Totally. And respect it. I never had sex in a movie theater. That's depraved and fucked up. I've done other things in the movie theater. Jay can attest to that. You know
Nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool.
True.
Fresh. I don't know how this, whatever. You know what I mean.
Fresh, dude.
Fresh goes better. Mentos,
freshman. Fresh stays better with Mentos, fresh and full of guys in my butt.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
I was going for it, bro.
Snake asked a question that you should answer as well. Playing a ton of Cyberpunk and just finished Edge Runners. If you could pick one piece of cyberware for your body, what would it be and why?
Oh, good question. And by the way, that fucking logo is badass. That's what the Raiders should change their logo too. Steak Plissket.
Toasted
as far as a cyber implant, I swear to God, the coolest cyber implant that they've got is for the jumping mechanism. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like it goes into your legs and you can like in the game you can hold A and you can jump extremely high. It's like a hydraulics thing for your ankles. It's pretty fucking badass, dude. You could dunk for the first time in your life and not just be a poor dumb shit cracker that can't dunk.
That's almost exactly what I fucking said. That's almost exactly. I just want to be taller. I would just put like a 5-inch implant in me to make me taller.
Well, I that's my favorite cyberware. I mean, obviously the hacking thing is cool and stuff, but it would definitely be the hydraulic thing on the ankle where you can jump really high.
Yeah, every time someone comes to the booth at Scarefest, they're like, "I thought you'd be taller." I'm like, "Fuck you, pal. You 6-year-old."
Yeah, well, I thought you'd be more beautiful, and I guess nothing comes true, huh?
I'm 5'10.5". All right.
Yeah.
All right. Azteca, I will have to check that out before we play it on here, but I will check it out. I don't know where you sent that to me on. I will double check it though, for sure, my friend. Jay, we are at the cusp of the tip of your crack.
I like
on the top of your crack in
the
back.
Good.
Actually, we are at Hunter Witt at 847. Palm.
Oh.
Palm.
Okay.
Be right back.
All right, Hunter Witt, thank you so much, dude. Says Slenderman, I need motivation for learning German. Which you're gonna have to go on the Google and do some translation, thing like that. I mean, don't speak German. You know, German beautiful people. They is beautiful people. They make like sausages and like that. So yeah, but me, maybe you want, you know what? Expand you, man. There's so many languages upon the earth, right? So go ahead and learn one of them. Guten Tag. Beautiful. Go ahead and do that. You know what? That's what you need to wake up in the morning. Like, I'm gonna do something different today. And you're like, what am I going to do? You're going to learn a different language. Okay, Rosetta Stones, you have thrown down gauntlet me will stop challenge. That's what you should do, Hunter Witt. Don't let no be a block for you. Okay, you do that. I don't know, dude. I don't even, like, Slenderman might not be smart enough to even know, like, there's different languages on Earth. I don't know, but that's what it would be. I think are we caught up? Oh, I saw Vinny C in here. How we hanging? Who's banging? That's a fucking solid line. Dan Murphy, thank you so much. Does feel like I'm the only single loser on New Year's this year? Well, I have a partner named Hannah. Hannah. She's a righty. She goes to another school. Hard 10. See you fucks in 2024 if you're not canceled. Yeah, dude. Like, for real, man. Like, this girl, she's in Canada. Like, and I would let you talk to her on the phone, but she's busy with her modeling stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like totally out of my hands. But whatever. I mean, you guys are just jealous. No, Dan, if you're single, who gives a fuck? Dude, you're going to find some hot ass pussy or wiener or whatever you're into next year for show. And you got time. You look like a handsome young guy. Don't put the pressure on your dick or yourself. Okay. Calm down. Relax. Okay. Establish yourself a little bit. Then work for them honeys. There you go. Ethan, I'm not, what the fuck is that last name? Ethan Sidelecki? Oh my God, I'm probably butchering. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've been watching you guys for 6 years and just want to say your guys' video helped me through tough times, and Happy New Year to you. Hey, man, thank you, dude. Happy New Year to you as well. That's really nice. And it's always nice to see people that, and not in a bad way, that have been lurkers or whatever, that may not say a lot, but man, we really appreciate it. That's always cool stuff. Thank you, man. And there we go. We are back on Crimson Black. White Claw's the law again. Hi, love you. Buy my album, please. Okay, bye. Haha. I will. Yeah, Crimson, I'll do it. Fucking totally for sure. I don't know what is the name of your album Crimson Black? Is it some good, like, sexy, like, hard metal shit? Because it sounds like it. If it is, I don't know. By the way, okay, so now Michael Jurleo says, I'm 5'9". Damn, I'm 5'7". That's all right. Whatever. Guys, I have like 2 inches to their height. Blu-ray Addict says, hey, Jay, what's the best fast food restaurant, though? Like, it depends. Like, are you drunk or are you just going out to have, like, a nice little fast food meal? Like, those are 2 totally different answers. Like, it's going to change, but I need to know specifics. It's not about the size. It's what you do. Wait, what? I mean, I know. That's what I was saying. Wait, what? Calm down. You're going a little extreme, Tomo Gato, but it's true. Adam Bridges says, I'm 6'3". Stop bragging. Anyhow, I will say, so again, now I know that I talked about it last live stream about Cyberpunk, and I know you guys are getting fucking tired of hearing that. I understand. Okay. And I'm just waiting for Spider-Man 2 to release new gameplay so I can go back and play with my Spider-Man, but I can't right now. After Cyberpunk, should I give Starfield another chance? I don't know. Maybe I should. You know what? Because I immediately discounted Cyberpunk because of all the bugs and bullshit in it. I was like, fuck this game. I'm not going to play it. I tried it and it was awful. A lot of, there was game breaking bugs and all sorts of, and then now I'm like 52 hours into the game and I'm loving it. I think it's so good. So should I give Starfield another chance or should I wait for Starfield until they release like major patches that fix and address bugs and things like that? But it is a Bethesda game. So it's probably going to be like, fuck no. It's going to be like forever if they ever do it. I don't know. Tomo got us his Starfield is boring. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think I played like a good 10, 15. That'd be like 15 hours in, maybe 10. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't getting drawn in by the story. The scenery looked cool. I mean, the graphics were good. I mean, except for some of the facial animation looked like mannequins talking. But I don't know. Starfield is a dumpster. So I guess no. Just don't worry about it. Maybe I'll go play Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I haven't played that yet. Have you played the the Resident Evil 4 remake yet? Cody Brown. I haven't. I'm looking for something after Cyberpunk because I'm not sure how close I am to finishing it, but I feel like I am. And like I definitely will never say that in the bedroom. I'm close to finishing, but I am. Kyle says just play it. I'm surprised it's Cyberpunk comeback looks fire. Yeah, dude, JK, yeah, for real. Like Cyberpunk they spent $125 million to fix the bugs, to address all the problems that people were saying they had with the game. They released Phantom Liberty, the expansion to it. Incredible. Yeah, those guys are awesome. Good for them for not giving up on the game. So it's just one of those games that I'm thinking like, well, if they did that, maybe Starfield can come around too, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Vanderhoff. COD Gamer says, what's my favorite game ever made? I don't know. That's a good question, man. I mean, like, back in the day, I loved Final Fantasy VII. I remember playing that on PlayStation, and it was one of the motivators for buying like the first PlayStation was Final Fantasy VII and Resident Evil. But I mean, so many great games have come out after that. And it feels so cliche to say something like Skyrim, but I will say one of my favorite games that I played that I have gone back and revisited the most and never got bored of it. And I know people are like, what are you talking about, Jay? Stop smoking the crack cocaine. Cocaine is not good for you. I would say Fallout New Vegas. I love the story. I love the setting. I know it's not Fallout 3, and I know it's not Fallout 4. I understand there's limitations to it and things like that. But Fallout New Vegas, to me, just had a great story. It had great characters. I liked the innovations they were doing with how you could build the weapons, and I thought it was really cool. Joe Valentine says, Loomis, my son needs a butt chewing to listen. Valentine's son, listen to father or go to the adoption agency and become friends with Matilda and eat fudge cake with that fat bitch that made it. You know what? I'm not going to cuss at you. Do what your father says or go to the orphanage. End of story. Go to bed, brush your teeth, get on my face. There you go. Benny GJJ, have you all ever thought about ranking your top 20-40 Michael kills? I think we did some Michael kills. I don't know if we've ever done like 40 kills. Damn, it's a lot. I don't know. I think we did I thought we did a top 10. Did we do a top 10 Michael Myers kills?
We did something like that for sure. I don't think we've ever ranked them all. I know that.
Benny G was like, have you ever thought about doing ranking a top 20 to 40 Michael kills? So that's I think that's every goddamn kill.
Yeah, at some point we gotta sit down and like do them all and just do like a whole holy shit package. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
it'd be
I think we were. You guys have been so nice. Thank you so much. Some more super chat those came in. Vinny C is where I stopped.
Vinny C is a good man. I can't scroll enough to get to where I need to be. Hey, Vinny, you read Vinny's?
What?
Did not read Vinny's. You didn't read
no,
Vinny's.
Yeah.
Okay. Vera, good to see you, buddy. He says, why is Michael Myers afraid of the character Kurt from Good Burger? Because when you mess with Kurt, you go in the grinder.
It's so true, Vinny.
Oh, we're going to talk about that one tonight, too. I can't wait to. I don't think we've ever discussed and like dissected that kill, so that's going to be a fun one. Austin. And after this one, we will get into the Michael Myers deaths. Thanks, buddy. He says, sometimes I think I'm the only one who thinks of the genie song from Aladdin whenever Jesus and his apostles are mentioned. That had to happen once. I don't know exactly the scene you're referencing.
Who thinks of the genie song? Prince Ali, fabulous, Ali Ababa. Is that the one?
I don't know any of them, so I couldn't tell you. That was good.
It was a friend like me when he meets the genie in the Pyramid of Wonders or whatever. You ain't never had a friend, ever had a friend. You ain't never had a friend. That one, dude. That like you have a friend in Jesus. You have never had a friend like maybe that.
It makes sense. I gotta get learned on the Aladdin. I don't like Disney movies. They make me uncomfortable. I know that's probably says something about me as
we're doing a tier list. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't do a list.
No, we got a tier. We got a tier list to do here. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Oh God. Where is the
Billy?
Oh, Billy. Now I got that fucking song stuck in my head, Jay, you bastard.
Which
Sorry,
one?
How do you know the song? But it's stuck in my fucking head.
10 regular men, lovely to see. Dude, is Aladdin maybe the greatest Disney movie? It might be. I don't know. I love Aladdin.
I would absolutely have to go with I'm not finding the right tier list. If I had to pick one, I would go Toy Story or Lion King personally.
I would give Toy Story, but Toy Story it's a Pixar thing.
Yeah, that's true. It is a little bit different in that. So here is the tier list. And you guys know what we do with this. We're going to clip through a little bit, watch each of Michael Myers' death scenes, and we are going to tier rank these bitches. So that's the tier list. And we will start with the first one. I want to say thank you, by the way, to my parents for never loving me.
Oh, what a wonderful speech. He had to be like played off by music.
The need for attention to do this channel. Thank you to thank you to Hornet for providing this video. They didn't provide it straight to us. I just found it on the internet and it has all the deaths on there. So thank you, Hornet. Everybody subscribe to them.
Thank you.
Since we're using this. And let's watch the first Michael Myers death scene from Halloween 1, and we'll see where we rank it.
Mannequin. That motherfucker's on Botox already. Dude, that's like me backing out of the karaoke bar when I realized they're closed. Like, they're like, we're closed.
And then, of course, he's gone right after that.
I mean, it's a classic death scene. Is it over the top amazing? No, but it's cool, though. I mean, like, you count him disappearing after he shoots him as part of the entire death scene? Because if that's the case with the music coming on, it makes it even higher. So I don't know.
No, it does make it cooler. I could make it cool again, Steve. It does, and it's
I don't know.
Classic one, you know. It's a classic original. Hang on.
Like I would say, if you're gonna count like all of it, like when he shoots him, he falls off the balcony. That part itself isn't that impressive, but it's when he looks down and he's gone, and then that bump, 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 bump. That part makes it an all timer, but only if you include it. If that scene has to be a part of it. If it's not, then it's pretty rad at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think we should include. I mean, we should include the weight of it, like what it meant, the lead up to it, all that stuff. Like the whole essence of it, I think, should be included. And in that case, like you had, it was a great lead up to it. The fact that Loomis did it, showed up on the scene on the point right when he was pulling his mask back on after that moment where he was like,
Botox.
Yeah, put that shit back on, and then that badass line, you know, when
actually it was.
Yeah, is that the movie? It's like, I do believe it was. And the way I would go,
I put it all timer if you're going to include the music and the disappearing act afterwards.
Yeah, I think I'm all timer too. I really think it is.
Like if it's just the death itself, it's not that impressive. But again, it's the entire package, the entire meat sandwich that wants to go in your mouth. It's all timer.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's all timer too, and especially it was really cool in like an old school like scaled down action movie sort of sense where he shoots him and the way Michael's like, and then he falls. The stunt actor did such a good job falling backwards off that roof, and the way he's just like laid down in the grassy knoll. I'm with you, dude. I think it's an all timer.
Yeah, when Michael was getting shot, he looked like he was fighting off like he was getting stung in slow motion by wasps. He was like, if I move slowly enough, they won't sting me. It's funny how Loomis was flexing on Jamie Lee Curtis. He had never even fucking met her, and she's like, he's like, accident, and he was like, look, he's like, yeah, you see, I was right all along. You fucking people didn't even believe me.
That's true.
He was like, flexing on her. I was like, she didn't say anything.
Victory. Hey, Kate, Catherine, Katie, Catherine, mom. We made me a drink. So, thank you. Ale8. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, and when you bring it, sway your ass.
And a sandwich.
That's all I wanted to do. You better do it like that or I divorce.
She didn't hear me. It's okay. Yeah, so that's what it goes. And I see some people saying, "Oh, he's not really dead." Like the whole point of this is it's the deaths at the end of the movies. Like the end of Michael in each movie is what we're ranking.
Well,
so yeah, not death.
The package itself.
Right. Correcto, majesto, for me butthole. Let's go Halloween 2. This one's gonna be a good one too. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Fuck.
I like how Lewis like it's time. That's like when you had a rock show. It's like it's time to bang your heads. It's time.
It's time. All right, here we go. Damn,
look at this bullshit shot, dude. Fucking dead eye in both.
No way.
She's never shot a gun. She's scared of the gun. And then all of a sudden she hits like pinpoint accuracy on both that motherfucker's like eye holes.
Yeah, and then the way he goes, oh, so.
He was like, I got robbed by a little old lady on a motorized shopping cart, and I didn't even see it coming. Like he's embarrassed. Like Michael's embarrassed that he just got fucked up by somebody that's never shot a gun.
He was like, dude, he was like, damn, that was a good shot.
It's roomy.
It's so weird. That giant magnum of a gun too, from like that just a few feet away, it definitely would have blown out the back of his fucking head, right? Like in real life.
I don't know anything about like what the impact of the gun would be, but if she, well, maybe she had, but she act like she never shot a gun before. I figure the kickback on the gun itself. She's also like coming off of drugs and she's in the hospital and she's like not feeling like at her best, and she shoots this big ass fucking gun and hitting not once but 2 times right in the eyesight.
Didn't even they were like, well, we can't fuck up the mask because we might need it for the third one.
Like what if Michael what if this is Michael's first time talking? He's like, nobody make me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Real freaking naughty. Okay, so that's ridiculous that she hit him in a perfect spot, but let's you dare.
No, this is just
that video. I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a classic one. I can't believe you've done this. Yeah, this is just like how he walks around. This is everybody at 3:00 in the morning being drunk, just looking for the bathroom because you forget where you live. Well, you're just hammered and you don't know where anything is anymore, and you're trying to find the bathroom. Look how he walks.
Yeah, you're trying to find the Tostitos and the cheese.
It's just me trying to find a bathroom. It's like I don't remember where I live. That's
you
can
also.
Up.
I never noticed this before, dude, but you could still see his fucking eyeballs.
I think it's kind of cool, but you could, the holes that were his eyes, I guess. Like his eyes would be ruined, mush.
Yeah, but you could see like the whites of his eyes. That was a mistake, I'm sure. But
that motherfucker was probably wearing LensCrafter like contact lenses.
It
bounced off.
It's like you're dead. No, I have a visibility.
No, I was like, I had some LensCrafter in. It only like kind of fucked my eyes up.
Yeah, it did actually happen.
It's time.
Look, rock and roll! Woo! And then all of a sudden Creed comes out and starts playing What If.
Can you take me higher?
I like that scene. So that scene is fucking awesome. And it's also like, if you didn't know, it was when Loomis was dead. For all intents and purposes, he went out like the hero champion, Rocky badass Rambo that he is, and took down the devil monster, which is Michael Myers, taking down the beast himself. I've put this like, it's not an all-timer, but it's right below that.
See, I would argue it's all-timer, which means that we can put it to a vote for you guys to decide, but I actually put it above the first one, like, because it's so fucking badass.
It is good.
Not only do you have that iconic shot of the blood drip, but then then like you said, it's time, Michael. Light it up. Light it up. Get it up.
Light it up, light it up.
Dude, Lewis in that scene is like when you're at a party and like you're waiting for your parents to leave, or you're waiting to the point where you can get fucked up. It's like as soon as somebody finally leaves, you go, Jay. It's like, it's time. Like you crack open a beer.
Smoke that weed, dude. Smoke that weed.
My one of my brother-in-laws, dude, we went to their wedding in like Wisconsin, and I'll never forget it. It was this big fancy to-do wedding, but we were all this is a family of drinkers, so we were all sloshed to the point where the lady the people they hired to cater the event tried to cut us off. She was like, no more. And he was like, I paid for this. It's like, you can't cut me off.
Was it an open bar?
Yeah.
They can't do that.
No, and I explained to her, I was like, we're all drinkers in this family. It's fine. She was like, all right. But dude, she pours the shots, the tequila, and he looks at me from like 7 feet away between like 12 people. He goes, Mike. I was like, what? He goes, he puts a lime and he goes, we're going to Pound Town. He takes the shot.
In prison, that might be something different.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If you didn't know the guy, he's like, it's like we're going to Pound Town. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not drink as much as you. Calm down. Holy shit. Hey, open bar person, cut this person off.
It was just so funny to see the groom of the wedding go, hey, we're going to Pound Town. But no,
open bars, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it to a vote for you guys. So Jay says you say Almost Touches the Sun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say All Timer, and we'll let you guys decide. Get some audience participation.
Loomis also is like, it's side bike. He also looks like that loser guy that comes into a party, and he's like, all right, where are we gonna play the good music? All right, we're gonna play the good music. Somebody play Pink Floyd. It's time. And then he's the only weird old guy at a party that he shouldn't be at, and lights up a lighter. It's like Pink Floyd now, Black Album.
Throw that shit on.
I got the unreleased album, bro, for real.
Let's meet at Katie after we're done with the video. Like, time to watch Blink-182 videos.
I didn't know this. Speaking of old bands that are kind of relevant, but they're not anymore, Ace Frehley released a new single. Have you heard it? Pretty fucking good, dude. It's corny as shit. Cody showed it to me. It's corny as fuck, but it's like old. It's like a time capsule of an 80s music. He's got his own band. It's called the Ace Frehley Band. I mean, it's original as fuck.
Oh, that's
right?
so hardcore. That's
Frehley.
so
you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore, and he looks like
so
he lived it for a while. But no, but dude, he probably could. I mean, what do they call? Because I told Cody, I was like, are they called the lightning bolts? I didn't know because he's supposed to be the space like the.
They should call it hug.
And no, they're actually it's stupid, but it's like it looks like it would fit in. Like I swear to God, the song looks like it would fit in a Deadpool 3 movie, like a stupid like 80s throwback rock song that makes no. It's just like hairband shit. It's pretty fun though. It's fun.
I'm gonna listen to it. That sounds fun.
And I was like, he could actually sing a little bit better than he used to. He just shock me, make me feel better.
Okay, Halloween 3. We'll watch the Halloween 3 one while you guys decide on Halloween.
Melty face.
Or no, excuse me, Halloween 4, because Michael doesn't die in Halloween 3. Duh, stupid idiots. God.
Range.
What am I? No, that's not what I meant to do. Hey. Shit, fuck. What's up?
It's dumbasses.
Stop. Why am I not finding the? Okay, here it is. I'm stupid and an asshole, and my dick smells weird. All right, Halloween 4. This is the fucking best. You guys watch how Michael, when he gets shot, goes, oh, like it's the most performative fucking thing you've ever seen Michael Myers do. Yes. Look.
It looks like data malfunctioning.
It's like when you're being tickled.
He's like, like he looked like when he fell backwards, it looked like someone shoved a dildo in his ass. He was like, oh, I didn't see that one coming.
And then they throw dynamite down there. It's like, hey, make sure he's fucking dead.
I feel like it's a good scene. I mean, Halloween 4 itself is an incredible movie, but I would put that in the middle of Almost Touches the Sun. Like I put it below that one.
Pretty rad.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty rad. I will agree with you 100% because the lead up was cool. The biggest detriment to that entire movie is obviously Michael Myers' look. Like, and in that scene, it's even worse because he's got the gigantic hockey pads.
It looks like Data having a malfunction from Star Trek. Like he's like, I can't have any more contact with you, Captain Picard.
He just looks silly, like, and he's like, oh, my stomach, oh God, wow. But you do love that Meeker finally got involved in that scene. He was finally like, all right, you old coot, I believe you. And they unloaded all the firepower on him. It's very Rambo 3-ish, It's like fucking two guns wielding.
I always thought it was cool to like have an idea of like the entire police force or a SWAT team showing up and fucking up like an unkillable killer like that. And I think it's cool. I don't know. But they did it way better, and I hate this movie, but they did it way better in the beginning of Jason Goes to Hell, when the entire fucking SWAT team lights up the force and they whoop that ass. That's if you're gonna do it like that, do it like that. Dude, like where they just come in like fucking, people like skydiving down and paratrooping with fucking grenade launchers and shit.
Diving.
Like they had to call the National Guard to take that fucker down.
This makes me laugh my fucking ass off. John Pritz laughs. He said he actually dodged every bullet. When he's like, ooh,
he did. Yeah, dude. That motherfucker was plugged in the Matrix. Can you fly that helicopter? Not yet.
That's fucking hilarious.
Because
John.
I'm telling you, Michael, when you start believing, I'm telling you, you won't need to. You won't need to. But you tell me I can dodge bullets.
He said like Alpha for Power Rangers.
Ay. Yeah, dude. It was. It's very robotic as fuck.
Wait, watch this again, you guys, and just pretend that Michael's dodging these bullets. I swear to God, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Just watch this and pretend that Michael's dodging all these. Oh shit!
Ooh, that was a close one. Morpheus!
He just tripped. They didn't hit him at all. He just tripped.
When he was falling down, he was probably going, Trinity, help!
Yeah, he just tripped. That's all that happened. Oh shit! Fuck. That's great.
It does look like he did trip and fall. It was like, he's dodging all these bullets, and then what if he tripped? He was like, "Whoops!" It's like,
oh shit! Whoop. Dude, I did that today. By the way, I was playing a game of Madden, right? And I was standing there. I was holding the remote control, and Katie was cooking or something. She was like right here, and I was talking to her, and the couch has the level on it that goes out like this, and I didn't think about it, and I stepped backwards. And I fucking fell. And like I went all the way backwards, like my feet went up in the air, and like I fucking rolled over on the fucking ground. And I was like, shit.
You ever get like this when you're playing a game or something like that, and you have your controller out, and you don't really, because you're like relaxed and you're like in the world that you're playing, whatever it is, and you're invested. So you just kind of let yourself go, and you're like, so your belly's all sticking out. You're not trying to look hot, and you're just like, and you're like, you're like. Oh yeah,
you're heavy,
and your fucking breathing. Fat belly's like porked out. It's all pot belly pig, and you're like, and then
wait,
you like,
dude,
and then
do
you
it
like,
one more time.
Like
do it one more time.
No, dude, listen.
Get up in there.
No, it's like. No, dude, listen. The reason why it's funny though is because that's how I got you're just a guy like whatever. You're just like you don't give a fuck. You got like you'll have like mustard stains on your shirt or whatever. When you're just by yourself, you'll just be a fat pig and you play your video games. But then you fucking realize you come back into yourself for a moment. You're like, shit, I'm married or I have a girlfriend or something and she's here. And then you're like peripherally aware that she walked into the room from like maybe doing the laundry or something. And then she's looking at you, either standing there with your fucking pot belly or sitting there with your Al Bundy belly sticking out. You're like, and then she's like, are you okay? I'm like, what? And then you're like, yeah, good. Yeah.
What?
I was like, these children, these games are for children. I like you today. I raged at Cyberpunk because I had to do a stealth mission and I kept getting fucking caught. I'm like, God damn, the game is rigged. I felt like John Nash. Like, it's rigged. It's rigged. The game is rigged. And she was like, I thought she was sleeping because I had headphones on, but I was speaking out and I was loud. And she's like, baby, are you okay? I'm like, mind your business. I mean, I literally when you get that rage. You know what I'm saying? When you get in that rage and you're fucking mad because you think the game's cheating you, and then they're like, hey, are you okay? It makes you even more enraged. It's like, you don't understand what's happening. I am being targeted right now by an AI, okay? The game is flawed.
It was
made
pack.
This way. I got too good.
First Corey Feldman and now me.
I can't stand the wolf pack.
In real time. I'm being caught in real time. No, I literally did that today, dude. I was throwing a pass in Madden, and I was trying to. It wasn't even a fucking live game. It was Jordan. I was trying to get Jordan Love's stats up on my franchise, and like I threw a touchdown, and the guy dropped it. My kid was in the kitchen. I was like, "Catch the fucking ball!" And like she was like, "What?" I was like, "Don't worry about it."
No, it's embarrassing when you're playing games. You get so vulnerable, and you let everything go. You're like all your fat and all of it. It just like goes out, and you're not even trying to look hot anymore. You're just like. Like and you're just like you're so like you look so ugly like guys do, and then you're like, oh shit, my wife or my girlfriend can see me.
No, dude,
like they can literally see me.
That's 100% my guitar face. Like, and like Katie's not the first person to mention me. Like girls that I've dated before have been like, you make the ugliest face when you play guitar. Because if I don't know anybody's watching, I'll literally be like,
no, dude, that breathing is yours. That's where the inspiration. When me and Mike used to play Halo Reach back in the day, dude, we would be like, "Why?" Mike would have to go. I'm like, what
I do. It's true.
Because
That's true.
Because I wasn't sitting next to him. Cody said you did this though. He's like, you'd have your mouth open going.
I do. No, it's true. When I get really concentrate on something, I will go.
Yeah. It's like somebody could just sip a dick in that mouth and wouldn't even know.
I wish it's if it was my birthday, maybe. Anyways,
I don't know why. I don't know what made me think of that. That was just like, oh, it was because you were talking about you standing up, and I could just sit like, no, what? You didn't think anybody was around, and then you just let it all out. You're like,
stop making fun of me.
No, it's everybody's got that. Like Jesus Christ,
No.
even the most healthy looking guy ever has got a fucking boot still.
No, I do when my concentration when I concentrate really hard, I do mouth breathe. It's true. So we're saying pretty rad for H4. That's what I agree with.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
I agree with that too. H4 goes in pretty.
The movie itself is all timer. Okay, just so you know.
Damn right. You're goddamn right. It is. Okay, so where is the vote for the last one? Okay, as far as Halloween 2 death scene, the vote is all timer 81% to almost touches the sun 19%. Halloween 2 is an all timer commandingly.
Good for you. Good for you.
Get in there, stutter. Suck its dick the day.
Gone go. Gone go. Gone go. Gone go.
So we got 2 all timers. We got Halloween 2, the original.
Why are you making the bitch so big?
Shut up.
H2.
It's make it a little tiny. Make it match. Make it match a little bit more. All right, let's watch the
fifth one.
Fifth. Oh, we're already at 5. Yeah, 5.
This is like the debut of the WWF version of Loomis. Beat that bitch with a chain.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. Okay, so.
Oh yeah. He gets with the wood, the stick. I mean, he beat him with his wood. You know you like this, goddamn Michael. Take this wood, enjoy it, Michael. I'm a smoke. This is like when your dad beats your ass for fucking having bad fucking grades in your report card.
Or when you already came, but she hasn't come yet, so you're trying to keep going.
Tic Tac, sir. You know what? The movie, yeah. I think Halloween 5 is a shitty ass fucking movie, but that death scene's cool as fuck. I do like that. Dude. And again, it goes back to Halloween 2. It's very cool. It's iconic because again, this is where Loomis is full on butt fuck crazy, and he's taking the beast out with him. I mean, as far as you know, he died of a heart attack, and he takes out Michael.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
But I'm still gonna put it almost touches the sun for me.
You know, I do remember ranking these deaths though. And here's the thing about H5's death. I remember ranking them, and this was our number 1 Michael Myers death out of all of them.
That's what I said. I said it was an all-timer. Just to be consistent. Just to be consistent. Continuity is important.
But I think it's an interesting one. So yeah, maybe we should just put it to a vote. Top 3 rings. Like
we'll let you all decide. We've already had our time in the sun.
Yeah, and because I think that like it's weird because it is H5, so you don't want to put it in all-timer, and I get that, but the fact that this was bare bones, they were alone, like all the shit Loomis did to catch him there. He uses poor Jamie.
You want this? You want your little niece here? Come here.
Come get them, Michael.
Come here right now. I'm stuck in the face.
Pop-Tart waiting to be
like he had no qualms and no morals left. It's like, she just tried to defend your ass with the cookie woman shit. So fuck her. I bet you're now scared of your uncle. By the way, the one thing about that movie, what makes that scene, it's cool, but it's always tainted by the gooch of the taints, is that fucking Michael cries in this movie with his goddamn ponytail.
Yeah, but he's sensitive. Leave him alone.
Yeah, shit. Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
I personally, I would put it in all-timer personally because
I don't care. I mean, I'll put it there, but I think the audience should decide. I rethought my position.
I'm putting it to a vote. So it's in the vote right now. But the reason why is because it's Loomis and Michael alone in a room together. There's no guards. There's no nothing. You finally have them facing off, and there's no guns or anything. Loomis has a fucking 2x4.
I know.
He rigs this fucking trap to catch Michael, and then he just beats him. And how crazy is it that, like, Loomis beats him so hard? He's like, you want to do a beat off? Like, I'll do a beat off with you any day. Yeah. I'll beat all of you off. But he beats him so hard with this thing that he actually, like, has a heart attack one-on-one, like the Moby Dick situation,
Yeah.
He has a heart attack and dies on top of him. He doesn't die, but you think he's gonna die.
He died on top of his Moby Dick, but yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think the Halloween franchise personally has the best death scenes, the best ending death scenes of any of the top horror franchises, and because of ones like this. I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hellraiser, but they get kind of goofy. Because I mean Hellraiser has some good ones, but they also have like really fucking like stupid ones, and we've already done the Freddy Krueger ones, so we know how we feel there. Yeah, I think the Freddy Krueger death scenes are mid at best. All of them are mid.
Yeah, and it's an ode to Freddy Krueger because he's such an unstoppable force that the means they come up with to stop him don't even seem to make sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not a knock on Freddy or Nightmare. It's just that he's such a badass. Like, how would you really stop him?
And that's what I was going to say. Jason's got some good ones, but ultimately Jason, like at some point, Jason's deaths, they become parodies of they're so over the top. Extreme, and it fits the movie. I'm not saying they're not entertaining. They fit the movie, but I just feel like they become so goofy that they become parody in of themselves. But yeah, Halloween 5, Halloween 5, like that death. I mean, he Macaulay Culkin the fuck out of that chain trap, and then proceeds to beat his ass like you just caught your wife cheating on you, and like
that's how you do it,
and fucking do it right, and do it fucking right, and do it up, and do it right. Yeah, so I
think twice.
Is there a redeeming factor in Halloween 5? It might be the end.
Come around and make you feel the burn. You remember that song by Eve 6? Think twice before you're touching my girl. Come around, no more. It's a great song. Eve 6, great band. You guys should listen to them. All right, while you guys are voting on that, let's go H6. Let's take a look at H6. Or as I like to call it, if anybody is younger than us and still has the chance to start a successful punk band, please, for me, name your fucking punk band Paul Rudd Pipe Attack. Because that's the coolest fucking punk band name of all time. Paul Rudd Pipe Attack. Fuck yeah.
I thought it was just going to be called Sam Hain.
Samhain. It's Samhain, you fuck.
No, it's not.
Every time they get introduced, it's Samhain, you fucking dick.
It's not. There's no W in it.
That's how you say it. I don't make the rules.
I didn't write the language.
Halloween 6.
I didn't write the language, but I know how it says.
You got the green goo.
Ooh.
And then Paul Rudd Pipe Attack. This is 40.
This is a Slipknot video and Tool all at one. Yeah.
The way he liked Piazza.
I want to put this death at a lot higher of a rating because also, are we going to include all of it where the mask is like laying on the ground and you hear Loomis scream for the final time? Because that's all part of the death.
I count it all. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now, I will say I want to put it a lot higher because it's nostalgia reasons. I remember watching this movie as a kid and burning the tape up just because it was like my brother and I actually talked about this the other day. We didn't even know Halloween 6 was coming out until we saw a fucking trailer on a movie. Or we went to the video store and it was there. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. We didn't even know. And we watched that movie so many times, and that scene was so cool. I did like it, the fact that Paul Rudd apparently possessed Clark Kent strength so much so that he literally burst poison out of his fucking eyeballs.
He to be fair, he did juice him up first, so I think he weakened him.
Paul Rudd was on goddamn steroids. But either way, is it the greatest death scene of all time? Does it make sense that this little pipsqueak Paul Rudd literally beat the fuck out of him so much that goo came out of his eyeballs? I don't know. I like it personally because I remember it so fondly as a kid and how cool it was with the mask laying on the floor and you hear the Loomis going, nah, like he's taking a shit and finds out there's no toilet paper. But I will say, I mean, just look, man, it's pretty rad. It's a pretty rad scene.
I'm good with pretty rad. I would put it in pretty rad too. Like my heart and farts want to put it in Almost Touches the Sun because I really do enjoy it. Because that, by the way, that movie, Jay and I both love Halloween 6. We both agree it's flawed. It's a broken ass fucking movie, but we both really enjoy the entertainment value of this movie, and that comes off the heels of the Doctor Massacre, and then Paul Rudd being the guy that goes in there, sticks him with the juice, and then just goes crazy with the pipe. It's kind of a weak death scene for Michael Myers at that point because we've just seen him be so unstoppable.
You got beat up by the fucking the goddamn projectionist of high school.
Yeah, but typically, I mean. when you think about it that way, though, like, I mean, 90% of these horror icons are going up against babysitters and shit like that.
Yeah,
so,
but they're getting shot or they're getting fucking blown up, or that makes
A lot-
sense. Like not literally taking a
Right.
pipe and beating the shit out of you.
but we're one movie away from old man Dr. Loomis hitting him with a stick. So it's really like, I mean,
Yeah, a
which
lot
one
of
had
fucking
more
rage, and he
impact?
was on Viagra. That gives a man strength.
yeah, the
That gives a man
Viagra.
strength.
You gotta give him credit. He had the Viagra running through his system. That was before Blue Chew or whatever the fuck the kids are doing nowadays. He had the hardcore shit. He was probably on fucking Quaaludes too. So I will give that credit.
It takes a little time to kick in the Quaaludes.
Yeah,
He probably took a Quaalude like 45 minutes. It's like shit, nothing's happening. And then when Michael came, I was like, oh, there it is.
what I'll say is it was stupid. The reason that I won't even argue that it should be an all time touches the sun, Dick, the sun god, is that it was dumb of him to just assume he was done. He's like, threw the pipe down. It's like, yeah, he's dead. Not like Russell Wilson. No, I'm done. No, like that's Michael Myers. You've seen what he could do. You need to go get some fucking tools. You need to go get some machetes. You need to cut that guy up into little pieces. To think that you killed him by hitting him with a pipe 12 to 17 times is ridiculous.
I think that Paul Rudd was probably thinking like, I know you ain't dead, dog, but I hurt your ego, and that's worse. It's like Eminem releasing Kill Shot against
Come find me in the streets.
Yeah, Eminem releasing Kill Shot against Machine Gun Kelly. It's like you ain't coming back. You just got your ass beat by a fucking chess club member.
I do love it, but also I will say this. As cool of an idea as it is, having him beat him with that pipe and the green shit popping out, the edits are too much. Like the edits, show it fucking happening, film it a little bit better, and show Paul Rudd hitting those strikes and show it landing. That super Jason Bourne shaky cam shit was not the best.
I think it was because of the MPAA. They were scared of it because they were trying to cut it out because they didn't want to get hit with a X-rated. Because if you showed back then, it was when they came out in 96. You couldn't show the full-on brutality of that scene.
Right.
You get Rob Zombie shit nowadays or whatever, and there's a rape somewhere, and then there's someone getting their fucking, eyeball caved in by a dick. And they're like, yeah, that's okay. That'll be rated R. But back then, they were a lot more stringent.
But you should be accounting for that when you're filming it, and you should film it better. I mean, there's a lot of movies that came out.
Why don't you watch your own fucking movie?
So you don't have to be so contrarian about it. I'm just saying, it could have been shot better.
Who the fuck brought a bird? Contrarian.
It's a raven. It's a Ravenclaw.
Send me a message.
As far as the vote goes, though, for Halloween 5, the death of Halloween 5, the choices you guys had were All Timer, which is where Jay and I originally put it back in the day, Almost Touches the Sun, or Pretty Rad. And 46% of the audience says Pretty Rad is where you should stick it. That's where Halloween 5.
I don't mind. I'd rather the audience decide most of these anyway, because we do this for you guys, lovelies, and there's a lot more of you than there are of us. But
hotsex.com. Yep. Yeah, so H5 goes right next to
look, H4, 5. Oh, okay. Listen, he's working on an inside straight. We're gonna see what happens on the turn and the river card, and he might just win this hand.
It could happen. It could happen
because the flush isn't happening in the All Timer. I gotta go pee, and I gotta go flush the toilet myself. I'll be back.
Okay, get inside of it. Missouri's about to kick a 70-yard field goal over here. So what's going on? So that's where we stand on these. We are 5 movies deep. 5 movies deep. So deep in your 5 movies. You fucking pieces of shit. Let me go back into the super chat hole here and see where we left off. Michael Parton says, real quick, bought some new Wham merch recently. Hey, fuck yeah, dude. I hope you enjoy that shit. We got 2 different Wham merch companies going on right now. And I'm really liking the new stuff. I'm liking the way it feels, the way it smells. It'll get you laid. And that's a fact. 70 people have tried it, and 2% of them say it happened. Adrian Ybarra, if you too could time travel back to a year in your life, what year would it be? I'd say 98. WWF, WCW were peaking. Metal Gear Solid, Ocarina of Time came out. MTV was still jamming, and I was 9 years old. Great times. That's a fucking loaded question, Adrian. And I'll ask Jay this when he comes back as well. It's a loaded question because not only do you have to think about the time and how cool things were then, but you also have to think about who you were then. And that's the thing. If I could go back in time and be me in 1995, hell yeah, I'm going 95. But do I want to be 10 years old again? There's a lot of factors that go into that. I don't think I want that, Jim. I don't think I want that at fucking all. I know I don't want to go back to fucking middle school again. I don't want to go back to high school again. I'm going to say something really corny. This is going to sound super fucking corny, and all of you guys are going to kick me in the nuts for it. But I would say I would just stick right where I am, man. I don't think I would go back in time at all. Again, because I make my own bedtime. I make my own fucking bedtime now. I can do what I want, when I want. Got you guys to hang out with. We do this for a living. Life is grand. It's not perfect. There are hardships, but Lord knows I don't want to be 10 years old again. Not with my fucking parents. That part sucks. If I could go back and be me in another time, though, to give a funner answer to that question, definitely I would go back to like 95. 95 fucking peak of movies, man. Like, you had the best shit going on in movies. And I don't know what the exact years, and I can't think of the exact movies, but like the best movies of all time happen in like around the 95 area, in my opinion. It's the greatest time to rent movies. You can go to a Blockbuster. You could go fucking, they had that old school Fox NFL presentation with that I probably fucked that up, but like, yeah, it was the best time in movies. Not a nostalgic shit going on. You can still buy cool ass 89 Batman toys, even though it was a few years later. 95 is where I'd go, but I wouldn't go back to that age. I would stay right where I fucking am right now. Honestly, this is where I would stay. That sounds like a fucking bullshit, like Tony Robbins thing, but I'm telling you the truth. But now the question is, could I stay this way forever? Because I would. Like, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to be immortal. I want to be fucking immortal. I want to be fucking pissed when I fucking die and they come up with a cure for life. Like, they come up with a way to keep everybody alive without dying unless you get hit by a fucking bus. And I'm going to be so fucking mad when I'm already dead when they come up with it. So if you guys are still alive for that, just be pissed off for me. Be pissed off for me. Because I wanted to live forever, goddammit. Rootin' Tootin' Texas Tootin' says, bet Michael got a cavity from eating that damn dog. Last dog I had was chewy as hell, boy. Well, the thing is that you cooked it too long. I'm not going to lie to you guys, and this is not a dismay on the Chinese food community. But I had Chinese food the other day, and some of that chicken was in questionable shapes. Questionable shapes. I've never seen chicken that looked like an octopus. I don't know what was going on. I'm pretty sure I ate something that wasn't chicken, but it was good. It was dipped in spicy garlic, so it's tasty. Yeah, man. By the way, Rootin' Tootin' ate a dog. He's a sick fuck.
It don't surprise me, man. You poor fuck. You gotta eat what you gotta eat when you out there on the goddamn road.
Adrian Ybarra asked a really good question that you should answer as well. He said, if you two could travel back in time to any year in your life, what year would it be? He would say 98, WWF, WCW, Metal Gear Solid, Ocarina of Time, MTV. Ooh. He was 9 years old. Great time. So here's the kicker, Jay. If you go back to that time, you go back at the same age you were during that time. So like Adrian says, he was 9 during that time. So when you go back, you would be 9 years old. What year would you go back to?
No, you know what? I will say he's not wrong though. 98, 90, like I do remember some of those fun in my life, or the most fun memories I had is watching WCW Monday Nitro and seeing Sting come down, and like my whole life for like a year and a half or 2 years revolved around that whole scene, and then getting WCW World Tour and then Revenge on the N64, playing GoldenEye. Yeah, and the comic books that were I loved Heroes Reborn, The Return. I was hardcore into all that stuff.
Oh, that was a great shit.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
all during the late 90s. And that was probably that was like right on the verge of going to high school or being freshman in high school. Plus, that's when I discovered Resident Evil 1 for the first time and played it, and Final Fantasy, and also Ocarina of Time. I had never even played a Zelda game until I got that game on N64, and I fucking loved it. And yeah, dude, I think you're right, man. I think that the late 90s is exactly when I go back. I wasn't 9.
But you would have to be the same age, though. So you would go back to that age.
Well,
my answer was I wouldn't do it because I don't want to be a kid again.
I'd be 13. I don't want to be a kid again. I don't want to go through fucking school and all that bullshit again. But I mean, 13 or 14 years old. That's the age I was, or 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But, I mean, well, you know, there was the internet was limited, and there was none of this bullshit going on in the world. I don't know. You could like still watch the Max on MTV or Aeon Flux. And see all those old commercials for Girls Gone Wild. And I hope your mom doesn't like walk in when you're watching the commercial.
Yeah, it was a time, but then again, you couldn't just throw on Pornhub anytime you want. So it's a strange.
No, you couldn't. Maybe that's why That's why it's so much more taboo and more dangerous and more sexy back then. Because you had to go through channels. Like you're trying to like figure out how you're gonna like pay a guy to give you some like good shit. You know, like, hey, can you like I had older uncles that were like, I remember I got a porn. No, I did. I got softcore. Hey. Like they didn't question me. No question. I went to my video store and I rented some porn for a while until the guy was like, you can't rent that to him. This is the most embarrassing day of my life, dude. Because I've been doing it for like 3 weeks.
Before you tell the story, I got a PP. We're at 9:10 p.m. by the way with Hunter Witt.
Okay,
Hunter.
I'll get you. Okay, 19. I got you. I remember what it was. It was I'd been renting porn for a while. It wasn't porn. It was like softcore porn. But I don't know. Maybe this guy was just like, dude. He's like, it's whatever. He's a boy. And he wants to become a man. Let him rent the softcore porn. And I was renting it. And obviously the guy shouldn't have been letting you rent it, but he was. And then this one time I brought the videotape up to rent it and take it. And I had done it before, right? And then the guy that I usually like that let me rent it was there. But his manager or something was, and I put it down and he was like scanning it to like, let me take it. And then his manager was like, what are you doing, dude? You can't let him have that. He said, what are you talking about, dude? I do it all the time. And he's like, dude, he's a kid. You can't. And then he's like, oh, sorry, little man. I can't let you. My boss is saying no. I'm like, oh, my God. He's like, got to put that back. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I was renting it for my dad. It wasn't even for me. I don't even watch this stuff. It's so fucking awkward. Because I had no idea what to say because I don't know. The jig was up. Anyway, sorry, long rant. Hunter Witt says, would you have liked a Dan McBride kill in DGG? Days Gone Good. Yes. What does DGG stand for, Hunter? Am I stupid? I don't know what the fuck. Hold on. What the fuck? I can't think anymore. I don't know what DGG is. Dirty Girls Gone. I don't know. I can't think. I don't know. Yeah, I would like it. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Mr. Clumps says Loomis supposed to be dead at the end of Halloween 2. Yeah. Yes, Clumps. Like your parole was supposed to be revoked. No, yeah, the whole idea in Halloween 2 is Loomis went out sacrificing himself. I'm pretty sure that John Carpenter didn't want to really come back at all for Halloween 2. He kind of wanted to leave Halloween 1 the way that it was and leave it there. And then they coaxed him with some cigars and some money for his, bank account. And he came back and he did some parts of Halloween. I think he worked on it in some way or another. But yeah, that was supposed to be the end. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, the story was supposed to be over, blown to smithereens. I mean, and by all intents and purposes, you hold a lighter up to an oxygen tank that's on. You're not going to come back from that. But it's the movie biz, bro. So yeah, it was supposed to be his death, though. It was supposed to be a finale to the Loomis Myers, Laurie Strode story. Gary, thank you so much. Says one thing that crosses my mind when I watch H1 is when fans say never show his face, which I agree. Do we forget we saw it in 1, or is it denial? I think it's both. I don't know. I think that at this point, like, because that guy turned out to be such a fucking asshole, that we try not to look at that like as any kind of real canon part of the movie. But yeah, it's true. He did show his face for a brief moment, and what a hideous fucking mannequin ass looking face that was. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's true. But that was the only time up to that. Well, and they also did it in Halloween 5, which was fucking terrible, when he took his mask off and he had the Steven Seagal ponytail, and then you see the one tear coming down. What the shit? Can somebody please play like some goddamn wimpy ass sail away, like when I saw that scene when he took his mask off and he was crying, that's what I thought of. Like, those old commercials when they were selling CDs, like come drift away on the silent night of whatever, like, and they would like have that sail away song. It was awful, dude. Fucking terrible. But yeah, you're right. John Pritzlaff says, I want to see a version of Ends where Myers and Laurie fall off the radio tower together. Love the content as always. Thank you, man. Yeah, I want to see an Ends where it actually is good, where it's not like a complete dick slap in the face of fans by completely negating Michael's person, like his character, and just like having his ass whooped by Jamie Lee Curtis and like made to be like a thug that gets thrown away into the trash can. But yeah, I mean, what like, dude, if they had just done again, I figure. Listen, I thought with Ends they were going to do at least something along the lines of a Bram Stoker type of moment where it was going to be, the Dracula, the monster that Van Helsing has been hunting and has thus been hunted all his life. They were going to have this grand climactic moment. And it's not. It's some kind of weak ass shit. It doesn't even make sense. The bitch takes him apart like Martha Stewart in her kitchen, listening to LL Cool J smoking a blunt. I hated that fucking ending sequence. And then they wood chipper his ass. Like, get the fuck out of my face with that horse shit. But yeah, dude, like any other version than what we got with the Ends, I'd be down for it. But yeah, thank you, man. But Joe Valentine, I will let Mike read that for you. Thank you, though. Thunderstorm 99, Thunderstruck. So, times are hard. Father-in-law is coming to pick us up. We're moving from Oklahoma to Texas tonight. Literally just made this decision today. Yeah, man, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it turns out. Good for you. I mean, I hope it works out. I don't know what your situation is and why you're moving all of a sudden and why the decision has to come that quickly. But hey, move can be good. Change can be good. It's not always a terrible and dire thing. Like maybe it's a good thing for you. You know, start over into a different town, small town, whatever, and reinvent yourself. It's not always a bad thing, but it does suck. But I hope things pick up and get better for you, Thunderstorm, and hopefully thunderstorms won't be in your life for long. By the way, there's a question specifically for you, Joe Valentine at 927.
Joe, where have you been? I'm finding it. Joe Valentine says, Mike, how do you survive your daughter's terrible twos? Oh, man. Dude, it's actually like I don't have unfond memories of the terrible twos. The worst part about the terrible twos was how do I keep this kid alive? Because they just want to die. Like they want to fucking stick stuff in electrical sockets. They want to fall off of shit. They're so frail. It's such a scary time. Okay, my anxiety is probably born from my kids being so fragile.
It's like babysitting your friend that's addicted to acid. Do you think if I jumped off this building I could fly? No, Jenny, I don't think you can.
Yeah, dude, exactly. And the worst part is like being in public because they don't. It's not like it's like a dog. Like you can't explain to them like, hey, you shouldn't do this right now because of this. So they will just go crazy at any moment, and there's nothing you can do. Your day is done. But I'll be honest with you, man. My first kid was super easy. My second kid, she was a psycho. She still is a psycho. But it really wasn't that bad.
And your
for
third
me.
kid, it might be a good time.
It'll be here in February.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man.
I'm kidding. I'm not having any more kids.
Like, dude, it'd be like if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have a third kid.
Oh my God, I could not imagine. Nightmares. No, yeah, but seriously, just that's that. I don't really have a lot of advice because I didn't really have that terrible time. It's just the fear of something happening to them. Put them in a fucking bubble, man.
Oh,
if someone tells you you're being too protective, don't listen to them. Be as protective as you can be because those kids are so fucking fragile.
Because you said, how'd you survive? Maker's Mark.
Yeah, a lot of whiskey,
a lot of alcohol.
Lots. All right, so where are we in the chitty chat?
We're after we are we're at Friday the 14th, 9:38.
Okay, 9:38. We're gonna find you. Have you guys seen Nefarious? Thanks, Friday. No, I do not want to watch that movie because I heard that it turns into like a preachy sort. It's like it turns into like a surprise. It's a Christian film, and that's just not what I'm looking for in a horror movie. So I'm never gonna watch it personally. I don't like it when they do that.
I've never heard of it. It's got good, out of 1,226 rating. It's got a 4.6
out of 10.
Out of 5.
Oh, that's surprising.
The reviews are like a fuck ton of 5s, so it's got an average rating of 4.6. It doesn't sound that bad. On the day of his scheduled execution, a convicted serial killer tells a psychiatrist that he's a demon who can possess his body. As the evaluation ends, he also tells the doctor that he will soon commit 3 murders of his own, and they will all end with the word chocolate. I don't know. Now it does sound familiar. I don't know. I didn't even know what it does. I didn't watch it though. Is it available on Netflix?
Probably. It's probably on one of those things. It came out last year. It's one of those movies. It looked like a cool Primal Fear type of movie, but once I heard that it's just like a secret backdoor God's Not Dead type of movie, I was like, I'm out. I ain't watching that shit. But that's just
because God's in it, you fucking heathen, doesn't mean it's a goddamn Christian movie.
God's supposed to be everywhere, Jay.
He is everywhere.
What are you
He's
talking
in your
about?
ass right now. Fucking tell you believe.
He's in the ass. He's all up in the ass, and your Nikes too. Everything. Trey Phil Bennett, thanks, buddy. Just hit on a couple parlays, feeling good. Hey, those fucking parlays are nice, dude.
Sweet, man.
Those are nice. Those feel so good.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's
like
when you
parlay,
bet multiple games at once.
I want to speak to your captain of your ship. I have no idea. What's a couple parlays? What does that mean?
A parlay is if you make one bet on one game, you win a certain amount of money. But if you bet on like 3 or 4 games at a time, if any of those games lose, you lose your money. But if you win all of them, you win an exceptional amount of money.
I see. Okay.
So yeah,
it's gambling talk.
Nice,
Michael Jordan should be your friend.
Yeah, dude. I've had an up and down couple weeks, buddy. I've went on some losing streaks like you would not believe, but then went on some crazy winning streaks. Got my head full of shit, started betting a lot, started losing again. That's how it goes. None of us are any good at this shit. It's a fucking guess. It's a guess. It's a guess.
I really want. I've never done it in my life because I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't really. I mean, Powerball tickets. I feel like maybe I could have beginner's luck.
You should try it. I mean,
no, but I don't want to get addicted to it. Like where it's like, and then like scratch offs and shit. Like scratch off, like give me some scratchies. Like all of a sudden, every fucking dollar you have is going for scratchies. Like I'm gonna spend $100 on, and then I might win 90. You know what I mean? But you get that. It's so weird, like how quickly people get addicted to that shit.
Yeah, scratch offs are the worst, dude. Because you are like scratch offs is. If you play scratch offs, you're just begging to lose. I mean, like you have such a little chance of actually winning.
The reason why my dad or my grandfather, I call him my dad, but he won $5,000. And so that gives you like the hope. You're like, oh, I could buy a fucking ticket and like get.
But he's been buying them shits for years.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost way more than he's like made for sure. But like he was like, oh, I don't really buy scratch offs, but I could be that lucky fucker that just like buys one and gets $1 million.
Yeah. Says every once in a while.
No, you're not, you dumb fucking chump. You're just gonna be another asshole sucking dick for fucking gambling money.
Yeah. The only thing you want to do with scratch offs is if you're standing at a gas station, like, hey, I'm just gonna fuck it. I'll throw $5 down on it just for fun, scratch it. That's the only way you want to do it. You never want to try to game that system because it's a losing. Well,
the problem, I'm saying I would rather do scratch off tickets and Powerball than bet on sports. Because there's too many factors.
Sports are way better because it's a 50-50 shot.
Because I would say, yes, you're telling the truth, except there's too much corruption going on where people can throw fucking games for the same reason why you're trying to bet on them to win. They could be like, I'm making like inside bets. The fucking
sure.
That's why, like they say that college basketball is the most corrupted, like gambling. Like if you bet on college basketball, you are out and out a sucker, like 100% a sucker for betting on college basketball.
The thing about it is that you have to realize that when they make those lines, like if you're betting on just money line, that's one thing. But when they make those lines, the people who make the spreads know more about anything than you can ever fucking imagine. So they know every piece of information there is when they make those lines. So when you pick one side or the other, you're basically picking 50-50. Now, maybe there is corruption, but maybe you picked on the side that's corrupted. So you don't really fucking know. Just never ever bet.
That's the gamble in itself. Who's more corrupted than the other. But the point being is like, it's not like I know no gambling is really fair. The house is always going to win. But I'm saying at the end of the day, if you're betting on that's like betting on horse racing to me. Like I don't even understand that. I don't understand fucking horse racing at all. Like people will bet like millions or thousands or $100,000 on a fucking horse. Like I've been studying this stuff. Look at the flanks on that leg.
Right.
Look how the sun glistens on that muscle. That guy took and I don't know. And that jockey's good. It's like that short fucking guy that looks just like every other short fucking guy. What is he doing? He's got a stun gun and not a whip. I don't know. Like what's he gonna? I don't. Betting on sports. I think it's cool. Like if you're betting with friends, like I bet the 49ers beat the fucking Giants by 15 or 16. Right. That makes sense. But when you're betting against a casino, the idea, the amount of possible corruption going on in not only college sports but professional sports is too big to overcome. Like where you're never going to get a fair shake.
Right. So, and that's the whole idea behind it. And that's what I've realized about it. And that the only way you get yourself in trouble is if you actually think that you can game the system. If you think you're smarter than the people in Vegas, the problem with that is that they know exactly what you as an average sports watcher is thinking. So when you look at a line, if you ever look at a line in gambling and you're thinking, that makes no sense at all. Holy shit. Why are the 49ers dogs to the Vikings. That makes no sense. If it makes no sense to you, the smart thing to do is bet on the part that makes no sense, because they know something you don't fucking know. If you think you can be smarter than Vegas, that's where you lose your money. You have to go into it knowing I'm taking a 50-50 shot. Maybe I'll win, maybe I won't, but I'm never going to beat this. People think they could beat it, and that's when they lose their money.
Don't you just bet on the player that get points?
You could do no, that's fantasy. So like you can do that. You can bet on a player to score a touchdown. You can bet on whatever you want. The way I do it is I only bet a little bit at a time, like $10-12, the most 20 or something, if I'm really confident or just really want some excitement. But the way I see it is I'm paying $10 to $20 to have a 3-hour fun experience. Like if it could be a game I wouldn't normally give a shit about, but I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch this game for 3 hours and I'm going to fucking be rooting for it. I'm going to have a great time or a bad time, whatever. And then at the end of the day, you either spent or you lost $20, but either way, you're paying for entertainment.
Yeah. If it's like a low amount and you're not trying to like spend your goddamn kids' college fund on, like it's fine.
Right.
Like, cause even though people are like, well, that's the risk though, baby. That's the risk. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. You got to spend big, have fun. I will say, to be fair, and I know this is going to sound
don't bet more than you can afford. Trust me. Don't do it.
I would rather bet on fighting events than fucking sporting event. Like I know they're all sports, but rather than like competitive like football or basketball, I'd rather bet on boxing or UFC. And the reason why I will say this is because yes, everybody can be bought. Everyone's got a price, $1 Million Man.
Sure.
Everyone,
especially boxing. The judges are bought a lot in boxing.
They can, but I will say this. In my opinion, I think it's less likely a boxer or a UFC fighter will throw the match than a college football player or a football player or a basketball player, because a man's ego he don't want to get his ass kicked in front of his like that hooker that he just picked up or that prostitute.
Right.
That looks
and don't bet on Logan or the Paul Brothers fights, because
those guys. Yeah, those I'm talking about like real boxing. I'm not talking about like fucking amateur bullshit. I'm talking about like real. I would bet on that shit versus like. Oh, who do you got in the fucking over under with in NFL? Like I just unless I followed it really, I understand the appeal. I just feel like there's just you have more of a chance of losing in the NFL and those kind of games because they're fixed a lot more. Yeah. And I mean, people are gonna be like, "Are you serious?" Like they're not. I'm telling you, man. Like you can go back and look at that fucking NBA, that fucking ref that got busted, like a few years, like it was like 10 or 12 years or 15 years ago. He was literally an actual official for the NBA and was caught throwing the fucking games or throwing calls for like bets.
And now the betting industry is 1,000 times bigger. So there's definitely people fucking around and doing shit in there. So that's why you never want to bet big on it. Again, I look at it as I could pay. It's like paying $15 to rent a 3-hour movie, and at the end of the movie they might give you $15 back. If they don't,
because the movie sucks.
You still got your fun out of it. So that's the way I see it.
You're betting low, but that's the problem is when you start betting low, if you're like, and you win a few times, you're like, man, I might put down $100. And then $100 becomes $1,000, and then $1,000 becomes $50,000, and then your fucking knees are getting busted by fucking Gino the Capajo.
Yeah.
Behind the bar.
Yeah, just don't believe that you can change your life betting, and you'll be fine and you'll have a good time with it. Zero Iceberg said, Micah J, how's your mental health doing? I'll say this, buddy. Winter fucking sucks. My mental health always takes a deep dive when winter hits. I don't know what it is about it. It's a seasonal shit, but all things considered, doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. We're here with you guys having a good time. I can't complain.
Look at my hair. How do you think my mental health is doing, sir? I look like Jack Nicholson ready to lose his fucking mind at any goddamn person that walks in when I'm writing. No, it's been an up and down year, man. Like, you know what it is. I mean, you have days that are really bad and you have days that are really good, and you just try to, thread the needle. That's what everybody try to do. That's what everybody try to do. And that's where I am.
Hey, yeah. Life's a gift, dude. It's a ridiculous idea. Talk about betting. You have like a 1 in a trillion odds to even be on this earth right now. And that's a beautiful thing. That being said, I'm going to shut the fuck up before I get all whimsical.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
Dig it, baby. I got a few places. Let's take a look at the next thingamadigget. Stop screen, present screen, share.
We're
screen.
On Halloween 7. H2O, water of life.
Yes. How is your all's mental health doing? That's the question. How are you guys doing? All right.
If they're watching us, it's not good. Oh God, this one, this is gonna be. Oh shit. That's so ugly. ugly. Fuck you. I
Why?
like
Simple, but there was a lot more to
it. I don't like that. I feel like, you know what? It's not at like, because there's a lead up to this. Like there's a lead up to this moment. So it's kind of like it's not just that particular moment. I put it at fuckable at best for me. I don't like it because it's so, and I know people like it for some reason. I feel like it's so anticlimactic. It's so like just boom, it's over, it's done. Like this big like supernatural being that has stalked you for 20 years at this point. This guy that has been a part of people's nightmares in Haddonfield is just immediately cut away by your fucking lumberjack Paul Bunyan chop, and it's over. Like I don't like that at all. I mean, yeah, realistic. He's fucking supernatural. I don't like that at all. Again, I wanted him to go out. I want Michael to go out in a very fantastical way, and that just feels like the antithesis of a very fantastical way. It's very like it's over. It's just some dude in a mask. Just some dude in a mask.
I'm so torn on this one, dude, because so let's do it this way. Let's say that let's rank this pretending Halloween Resurrection never happened. Because technically that's not Michael at all. It's not even a Michael death scene. It's a paramedic that he crushed his larynx and threw the mask over top of, right? Yeah. But for the sake of H2O, for the sake of that movie, what it was supposed to be, let's pretend that that was Michael Myers and that was his death scene. If that's the case, I think the fact that what led up to it, the fact that Lori was like, I'm done with this shit. She grabs the knife, or not knife. She grabs the hatchet, and she's like screaming for Michael. She makes her stand. They have their fight scene. They have the crazy bus driving scene or the van driving scene. She crashes into him. That was an action-packed scene. That was awesome. The way Michael reaches out for him. And we always said back in this time in movies, I don't know if you guys remember it or not, but it was always like, how would you kill Michael Myers? How would you kill this character? And it was always, well, you got to chop their head off. No, movies didn't do this. Like maybe there had been some that had, but for the most part, it was like nobody ever does that. Why don't you chop his head off? He can't come back from that. He's not the T-1000. So with that being said, that idea of that and the fact that he reaches out and she goes, nah, fuck you, and clean fucking cuts that head off and the head goes rolling right as the music kicks in. I fucking love the ending of this movie. It's an almost touches the sun at worst for me.
I feel like
in that
I feel like where they did it right was with the aliens. Look at Ellen Ripley when she takes on the queen, and she's get away from her, you bitch, and she has this fucking climactic moment where her life is literally on the line. Not just like this fucking girl, he's trapped behind a goddamn ambulance and she chops his head off. I wanted that. That's what I wanted. The Ellen Ripley fight with the queen alien in Aliens. I want that to be the final moment between the main character that Michael has always been obsessed with and Michael himself. But nope, it wants to be some simple jack shit where you just chop his head off and he's dead. Like he's a guy in a spirit Halloween. I have my movies that play. But you know, like a guy that looks like he's wearing a spirit Halloween mask. That look, you know, I understand why people like it. It's a Scream ripoff. The movie is completely a Scream ripoff. But either way, I just think I don't get it, man. You had Laurie Strode 3 times now to play around with like an ending with her, and every fucking time they've chosen, except for the second one, where the original Halloween 2, where it's like it's just some quick fuck you, Michael, you're a weak ass pussy, and this little girl's gonna beat your ass because you're a nobody and a nothing. I don't understand it, dude. They did it well with Ripley when she takes on the Queen Alien, and that was like a fucking probably a 10-minute scene. That's all I wanted. Where they struggle a little bit back and forth, not the bullshit kitchen scene that we're going to discuss in ends. But anyway, I still put it at fuckable, but it's definitely going to be a vote for me.
All right, the audience. I will throw it to a vote, and I'll put it all the way from all timer to effable for you guys to decide, and we will move on to the next.
I don't think we need to talk about it and discuss it because this is like going back and watching like a wedding video that you like. I can't believe I married that bitch in Vegas.
We're talking about Resurrection.
Resurrection, right? Yeah. It's like I was drunk and I shouldn't have done that.
Let's take a look for those.
I was like when Mike was like, "Hey, I can't believe you made out with that girl at karaoke." This is like watching the video back. Like I can't.
It's happened to us both. Right in the nuts. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I never noticed that before. When he shocks him in the nuts, they did this fucking terrible background noise. Ooh, listen to this shit.
It sends my sack.
Listen to this shit, you guys. He goes, ooh. What the fuck was that?
That sounds like some, you know, like when you go to like, what is it? Halloween. What's the Spirit Halloween?
Express?
And you pick or Halloween Express or whatever, and you pick up like the tapes that you want to play when people come up to trick or treat, and it has the spooky sounds. It's like ooh, like it's a werewolf howling in the distance. That's what they pipe that shit in. That's fucking. So Michael sounds like a dying wolf.
I've never noticed that, dude. That's
like,
so bad.
But hey, if it's his dick's on fire and electrocuted, I guess anybody would make that sound.
Ooh. All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Great.
Found footage. VHS.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah. Ah. Ah.
Yikes. 5,000.
Ah. Damn. You know what, bro? For real though, Steve's asshole has been lonely for a while, and it's gonna be filled up and fudge packed to no end with this one. Wow, bro.
Stick that.
That's
right
so.
in Steve's dirty
it's
butt.
like, dude, I don't know how no one's ever made a cringe compilation and put that in there. That's the most cringy shit I've ever. That's like a TikTok person like, I can take down Michael Myers. He ain't nothing but a soundbite. Huh?
That's Steve's asshole 10 times a week and 3 times on Sundays. Like the fact that this corny ass Busta Rhymes character that comes in and he punks out Michael in an embarrassing way early in the movie.
Slaps him in his fucking face.
Yeah, it was so embarrassing. But he puts the electrical rod on Michael's electrical rod, and then that terrible howl, and then it's like trick or treat, motherfucker. Oh. And he's trying to be all badass, like he's got.
Yeah, he's like he looked like he was posing for his next fucking like goddamn rap album. He's like
fucking,
and he had like fucking flames in the background going too.
An embarrassment to Michael Myers, an embarrassment to the Halloween franchise. If there was a tier below Steve's butt, it would go in Steve's butt. That darker, you know what I'm saying? It goes in Steve's butt, right? Right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. I mean,
nowhere else.
Everybody, yeah. No one. You cannot. If you argue with me, I will make out with you.
Get your dick in there.
You better watch it then.
Go. I will argue. In that case, I'll fight you.
You better stop it because I haven't even done mouthwash today.
I hope you wore a condom because I have a dirty mind.
You know what, Rosman, you said that. Do you remember that scene in Jackass when they put the guy in the underwear and they give him the ultimate wedgie and his underwear rips off and it has duty marks and blood? It had skid marks, dude. It had skid marks. It's like, I mean, I know it's an asshole, dude, but I mean, you gotta wash your ass, like
especially when you're going on Jackass.
He was wearing tidy whities. You cannot wear tidy whities without washing that ass, dude. You guys remember what I'm talking about? Like it was the bungee thing in Jackass 1, and the guy jumps off the tree and he gets into those underwear and it goes up his ass, but there's like poop, there's poopy, and there's blood. It's like blood, I understand, but why is there a skid mark in there? Like holy shit, that like went right up into his asshole, into his turd nugget.
Bro, you're going on TV. You got to wipe deep that day.
Well, it wasn't a big skid mark, but it was still a skid mark. And like Johnny Knoxville showed it to the camera.
Yeah, dude.
So every time I saw that guy, I was like, that guy's got skid marks.
If I'm going on to the set of Jackass that day, I'm wiping my.
Well, especially if they're gonna like, hey, we're gonna be doing the bungee underwear jump. So you're gonna jump into some fucking underwear.
Maybe
Tiny Whitey's is like, all right, my asshole is gonna be the cleanest it's ever been. Maybe he pooped a little bit because it hurt. Maybe that's what happened.
In the case of our last one, which was Halloween H2O, let me pull up the. Dude, this mouse fucking sucks. I hate this new mouse so much. God damn it! I'm gonna buy a new one. In the case of H2O, you guys said fucking piece of shit move. God damn it! In the case of H2O, you guys said. Ooh, we got a. Oh no, it's not a tie. It is an all-timer. H2O all-timer 50%. Almost Touches the Sun 21%. Pretty Rad 17%, and Fable is a lowly 11%. H2O is an all-timer according to you fine folks. in the audience.
Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. You guys are your heads are full of sand. You've been out in the sun too long. Don't be ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous.
I'm
like a booger, I stick to this. Boy, take a whiff of this.
I don't know. It's like it's ridiculous. I can't. It's ridiculous. So you talk, I can't. I don't know. He says other dumb like things, but I can't. But okay, that's fine. I think you guys are wrong, and you know what? God have mercy on all your souls. That's
you
fine.
must have thought it was white boy thing. Remember that from True Romance?
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought I was white, and I was gonna get the fucking privilege, and I would decide.
Rob Zombie's Halloween death scene. Here we go.
Damn, dude, that's I love that. That scene was fucking ultimate, though.
And I love this. This is intense. This is Mountain Dew Extreme.
Well, this is when you didn't know this. Oh, rewind it. Rewind it and watch me. Rewind it when she screams. Watch. It's a cool. You know what? I put this. I put this as almost touching the sun myself.
That's where I go too, Jim. My heart burns there too.
Well, because I mean, it was gnarly as fuck when you first watched it the first time. You're like, because again, it goes like you didn't know. I mean, they did a really good job of cloaking whether or not he was supernatural or not. So you saw the blood splatter, and it was cool as fuck. It was a cool effect. But you're like, is he really dead? I don't know. I mean, you didn't know what they were going to do with the movie.
Yeah.
As far as the intensity goes, because again, you were in unknown territory, Michael. You don't know what they're going to do. This is a different director. They have a different idea of Michael, so you didn't know where this thing was going to have a payoff. So I don't know. I thought it was a really cool ending.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I thought it was intense as hell, and it was a hell of a way to leave the theater too. That chase scene, I think they did reshoots to make the chase scene longer, unless I'm confusing it with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03. I thought the chase scene lasted a little bit too long, but ultimately, and again, we've said this 100 times, Rob Zombie is a fucking talented director. It's just that sometimes he gets in his own way, and in this case, he was working inside of those parameters. And the way that they took the scene of him going out of the top of the house and getting shot and upped it, had Loomis having his face squished out and all that, and leading up to it was really fucking cool. But just the intensity of that last shot, dude, when they're laying there, and instead of just letting Michael's body be there and be gone, they had her go down with them, which was a nice touch. And they really, I maintain to this day, dude, Scout Taylor Compton is my favorite Laurie Strode. I think she's better than Jamie Lee Curtis.
I will say Scout Taylor Compton is, in my opinion, extremely hotter. But she is good, Laurie Strode. I don't know if she's better. She's so attractive. It's hard to actually see her as the nerdy girl next door that Jamie Lee Curtis was able to pull off in the original Halloween. That's why I don't really put it all the way in there. But I will say, I put the tip in, and we have a good time with it. But I will say, at the end of the day, the end of this movie, when I first watched it, the first time I ever saw it, I was kind of mad. Then I was like, the entirety of the movie, it makes sense the way that it ends, because it is a question mark. You don't know what happened. You saw a splatter of blood on, and people are like, "Oh, did she blow his fucking head off, or did it get, did she just like blow his ear off?" And there's like who knows? I like the ending because it was very ambiguous. You didn't know,
right? It's not an all timer to me, because I do feel like the way they did it in the original, where he was on the grassy knoll, and I'm glad they did it this way for today's standards, but like when he was on the grassy knoll and he disappears and then you hear him breathing, that was such a genius way to end the movie, because he's not there, he's everywhere, he could be anywhere. That's way more of a cliffhanger than, oh, is he dead, what happened? But this
is like one of those rare occasions that Rob Zombie he stopped looking for the chili cheese nachos in his beard, and he actually directed.
Right. But for this particular movie, where it was all a step up intensity wise, I thought it was perfect. And I thought that was intense as fuck when she grabs the gun, and the last shot of the movie is her right in his face. And then and then the screams, it was almost a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like
that's exactly assault, that's what I was thinking.
assault on your senses the way that was. So I really loved it. Really enjoyed it a lot. And again, I think so. Yeah, is Scout Taylor Compton more attractive than 70s Jamie Lee Curtis? 100% sure. But I also think that her
is she
character
more attractive than True Lies Jamie Lee Curtis?
No one's more attractive than True Lies.
That's
Jamie
the hottest
Curtis.
fucking thing I've ever seen. Oh my god.
No, do it slow. Do it sexy.
She was wearing fucking black underwear and bra. That bitch was cheating.
And she was wet on wet.
Goddamn.
I think I like her. I like Scout Taylor Compton's portrayal of Jamie Lee Curtis because I thought she was more interesting. I thought she was a more well-rounded character. Whereas Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode, albeit it was perfect for the time, was just kind of like, oh, I'm a nerd and I'm scared. Ooh. Like I felt like there was more to. I was far more interested in Scout's portrayal of it. But yeah, I agree with you, dude. Almost Touched the Sun. That's where we stick it. Get in there. That's our first Almost Touched the Sun of the show.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird to say. And I didn't grow up in the 70s, so I don't know. But I feel like there was a lot more of a relatability to Scout Taylor Compton's Laurie Strode for anybody to like. I get it.
Well-rounded.
Well, yeah, I get it. Like it's like she's not ultra nerdy, she's not ultra bookwormy or girl next story. Whereas Jamie Lee Curtis was all those things. She was like over the top, Bee Gees, high note, staying alive,
super simplified.
Yeah, and then like. Scout Taylor Compton was like, she just looks like a chick that works at Spencer's and then it's like that gets targets. Like she got targeted by a psycho. I was like, I get that. Like there's a lot of weirdos out there, and an attractive girl working at Spencer's, and this one weird customer gets obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what I mean? I get that.
That should have been the fucking plot. They should have just gone full on and made that the fucking
maybe
plot.
That will be the plot. Maybe Michael Myers will be like walking around a fucking mall and just like decide that girl that sells that dildo with studs in it, I'm gonna fucking go after her.
That should be the plot, dude. She's just been working at fucking Spencer's. I like that a lot better. All right, so let's go on to Rob Zombie's. Oh god, it's gonna get dark in the crusts.
No,
I won't do it. I won't do it.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
This is us finding out. That's us finding out that we're gonna have to do this movie.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Fuck shit. Oh god, your fucking face is shown. You fucking Spider-Man.
Now speak. Look at the size of that fucking knife. You want to stick this into my heart? It's a sword.
Oh my god. It's like a Dr. Phil episode. It's like he had a doll for her to fucking like take out her anger on.
If Rambo wouldn't even carry that thing around. Oh, yeah. I'm the bearded one. I can have some fun
if like you thinking about like trying that in a small town.
Try that.
He looks like the guy that we had at concert. I just came from a Jason Aldean concert. What the hell's going on?
Goddamn Joe Biden did this.
On my knees and I fall over.
Banging my head on a Sunday morning. Banging my head.
Spending the freedom.
No time for morning.
Ain't got no time. That looked like the beginning of a video for like you could call the song Second Amendment's My Home. It's like they come into my town tonight, take my guns away, boy, I'm ready to fight. And then they shoot me down in plain sight. Cops on their side, fuck you're right. Anyway, it's fucking terrible. It's another, in my opinion, it's a butthole Steve situation. I think we're in a top 5 situation. It's gonna go number 1 with a hockey puck. Knuckle puck, bitch. Mighty Ducks Part 2. Knuckle puck to Steve's butthole. You know why I don't like this? Because you could obviously tell. Listen, Rob Zombie has clearly said multiple times he didn't want to make Halloween 2. He went on Joe Rogan. He's been on Howard Stern or whatever, talking that he had a script in his back fucking crack, and he already had an idea for a movie. And he was like, "Yeah, they were like, you can't get out of your contract. You got to make another Halloween movie." So he's like, "I just took what I had and I made something." This literally is not. If this wasn't called Halloween, it might be a decent movie. But because it is, and they try to play that game and make as much money as off of the fans as they could, Rob Zombie's a piece of shit for doing this movie because he knew that it was going to get attention by manipulating Halloween fans to go to the theater to see it.
Oh, he wanted to piss off Halloween fans.
Well, he also wanted to make money by manipulating fans to go think it was a Halloween fun. Like that's like going to a goddamn concert thinking you're going to go see Kiss and Kenny G comes out and plays with the fucking flute.
Yeah,
so fuck that shit.
True. That is true. It's like or you go to see Kenny G and Slayer comes out.
Like either way. So it's an insult. Like Rob Zombie I had more respect for Rob Zombie after the first his remake than after this movie because this is clearly, you're right. This is a clear fuck you. But it's like take that shit behind doors. Don't manipulate fans for your petty ass.
And not shown here is Michael Myers speaking. I'm pretty sure that wasn't in there where he's like,
"No!" He seems no. Yeah.
Don't touch my spaghetti. Oh.
Don't touch the spaghetti.
You won't like the hawk when he's angry. That whole thing. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Honestly, but like we know it goes in Steve's butthole, but like which one's worse to you? H8 or this fucking travesty? Like which one is actually worse?
I would literally say H2 is worse only because it's the fact that it's literally a different movie with a different coat of paint on it. That's all it is. It's literally a different movie, and it was a manipulation by Rob Zombie in studio to get people's asses in the seat to see this shitty ass fucking movie. At least Halloween 8, as corny and cringy as it fucking is, at least it's a Michael Myers movie.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with you, and it definitely goes in Steve's butt, and that's where it shall maintain its day. It shall live there.
And by the way, before anybody says it in the comments, yes, the first 30 to 45 minutes of this movie is fucking spectacular. In the hospital scene, it's some of the best shit ever. Yeah. Like it's some badass shit. And then what are they? And then they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Fuck the fans. Fuck."
Hey, I can smell it. I can see it in your eyes. You gotta take a pee, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta go.
I can tell. I know you. Once you've had a man's dick in your mouth, you always know when he's got a potty.
Yeah,
it's true.
Before the semen comes out, I can taste the urine first.
It's true.
I'll be back.
I can taste it. Wait, what? Who are you? Who am I? Who are we even as men if we're not inside of each other? Zay's podcast says, "Hey guys, parents got me Nirvana Unplugged from New York." I hate to break it to you. Kurt's not going to be there. All right. Kurt's gone. And it sucks. I'm upset about it too. And Courtney Love definitely murdered him. But yeah, Nirvana Unplugged from New York and GZA's Liquid Swords on vinyl. How'd they do for Christmas? That's pretty fucking sweet, dude. I'm imagining that. I don't know what the GZA's Liquid Swords is, and I'm embarrassed to say that, but like I'm imagining that the Nirvana Unplugged on vinyl is pretty fucking rare. There is like in a couple weeks, there's a venue around here that's having a tribute to Nirvana. They got a band who's coming on. It reminds me of Old School. Who's like, "What do you got next? You got like a student alt band?" He's like, "Yeah, Mitch." He's like, "I own 7 speaker cities around the city." He's like, "I got a student alt band coming up." No, it's Snoop Dogg. But no, there's a small band coming around and they're going to do a tribute to Nirvana. And I'm totally going to that shit. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome. And they're going to do the Unplugged from New York. So that's weird that you bring that up now. But hell yeah, dude. I am a fucking poser, dude, because I have multiple vinyls. I have a stack of vinyls and I like to collect them. And I don't actually own a record player. I just think they look fucking cool and I don't want to open them. Like obviously like the Blink ones here, and I have some of them you guys have sent me. The majority have been sent from you guys, but I love them so much and I haven't even opened them. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah, good for you, Zay. Lee. We don't mind fucking on Lee. Those are 2 songs that mixed together. Loomis, what reaction would you have if you caught Michael having an OnlyFans account? I will save that for Jay, obviously, because I'm not a fucking Frisco whore. Oh my God. Answer me this. Fucking answer me this. Tell me I'm not telling the truth. Look at me in the fucking eye. This one. And tell me, have you guys ever tried the Frisco burger from Hardee's or Carl's Jr., depending on where you live? Have you ever had a fucking Frisco burger with the Texas toast bread and like the tomato and like the fucking Frisco burgers are the shit. Like so underrated. Some of the best fucking fast food burgers on the market. Have you guys ever had a Frisco burger? Please share your experiences because I feel fat. Robin Barker says, wishing you guys a belated Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a great holiday. We did, man. It was good. Got the kids Blink 182 tickets for Christmas. One of them cried. It was this crazy moment. It was wild. Had a good Christmas, man. Christmas is always wild and crazy. There's a lot of stuff. Everybody's got so much to do. It's kind of stressful, but it's always nice to see someone open a present that makes them happy. So yeah, Christmas is always good, bro. I hope you had a great fucking Christmas, dude. I hope you had an awesome fucking holiday. I am looking forward to the holidays being over. Because it feels like I feel like we've been in the holidays for like 7 years at this point for some weird reason. Like we've been in this vacuum of the holidays for forever. It feels like. Does anybody else feel that way? Like this like 2 weeks is like a whole fucking year, and so part of you is just like, I'm ready to get back to normal life, but I don't know where I'm going with that. Joe Valentine, Mike, y'all are having a third? Congrats, man. We are not. We're not, in fact, having a third kid. We're not going to have any more kids. We're done. We're going to stop at 2. I've kept 2 alive, and that was my goal. Like, hey, let's keep these fucking kids alive. And we've done that. And I'm so happy. And it's so weird because, like, my 14-year-old, she's the fucking best, man. She's the coolest kid ever. Unfortunately for her, she takes after me in a lot of ways. And she's so independent, and she's so smart, and she's so fucking cool, and she's so rad. And I'm, like, all proud of myself, right? Like, oh, my God, I raised this smart, independent, badass kid who – like questions everything and just doesn't take anything at face value. And the other day she's like, yeah. She's like, by the way, I'm going to college in Spain. And I was like, I fucked up. Why did I give this kid independence? Why? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college in Spain. I'm definitely leaving the country. I'm like, fuck me. What did I do? I was feeling so positive about all the things I did. It's cool though. It's awesome. You gotta run with it, my friend. Definitely not having a third fucking kid though, Joe. That ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening. God, if she goes to Spain, I swear to God, I'll jump off of a roof. Zach Perez, Jay, what the fuck do you want there to be a damn funeral or something? Be for real, for real. So you want Michael in space and doing the damn most? Come on, I'll let Jay answer that when he comes back, my good man. Which I can hear him. Asundering in the darkness, creeping around like the mouse on Christmas or whatever the things were. Yeah, there he is. Hey, you fucking whore.
Hi, bitch.
You
I'm with my
shit.
Father, my Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I like how deep you got. Oh,
That's what he does. That's actually a sad song. I shouldn't make fun of it. That's why his son actually died. It was a country song.
So you're gonna have to live with it now.
That's fine. I don't care. Hey, by the way, if we ever play, I don't know why I was just thinking about this. Dude, imagine how funny this. You know how like they have proximity chat in like Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you kill somebody, you go. When you shoot them, you kill them. You go. You go. Oh. It's like I want to do that shit. So
Oh shit. Hey, by the way, Lee the Machine Bowers said, Loomis, what reaction would you have if you caught Michael having an OnlyFans account?
Nobody wants to see a caterpillar. What are you doing? It's a hairy ass little tiny worm, and you're playing with it. Put it away, Michael, and instead swallow this barrel attached to this 6-shooter. I don't know. It's always
gun quota.
Yeah, I don't know. You always imagine like this weird situation. If literally Loomis walked in on Michael Myers jacking his dick when he was like in the asylum.
we did that parody actually. We're at 10:08, my friend, with Zach Perez. I'm gonna take a pee, and when I come back, we're gonna wrap this bitch up and finish this.
We're almost done. We're on the
like
last
I finished my dad
little
off.
bit.
What?
We're on the last little bit.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Okay.
Get rid of that one. Sorry, hang on. 1 sec. 1 sec, you fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna suck that dick till cows come and lick it. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, Jay. You're good. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wieners.
Zach Perez.
Cocks. Titties.
Dicks and fucking oil. Yeah. Zach Perez coming in hot and sexy with a lot of vitriol and anger in his voice. Says, Jay, what the fuck do you want there to be a damn funeral or something? Be for real. So you want Michael in space and doing the damn most? Come on now. I don't know what the fuck you talk about, Zach. I appreciate that you're coming in with a lot of passion, and I can sense and feel that you use Old Spice, and I like that. You use it on your armpits and in your hair, but I don't know what the fuck you mean. So you want Michael to be in space and doing the damn most? I don't want Michael to be in space. I want Michael to be in the most coolest badass fucking final fight of his life. No, I don't want them to call in like a fucking artillery strike and shit. You know, I'm not talking about like some Michael Bay shit, bro. You know, I'm not talking about like having a final countdown where Europe is playing somewhere in the background and Laurie has to call into, you know, an aerial airstrike to fucking take him out. I just want a fucking cool ass death scene with Michael, with Laurie Strode. The most fucking burned out, overused character in any franchise. I said it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Okay. Laurie Strode wore out her welcome, in my opinion, in the second movie. I didn't give a shit. Then when H2O came out, I was like, oh, fuck, she's back? Holy fuck, with a goddamn Karen haircut? Okay. Can we get a cool ending? Nope. Anyway, that's my thoughts. But I hope you have a good one, Zach. Thank you for commenting. Really like you. Eduardo Santiago says, hey, Wham fam, almost happy new year. Nut shock of death for the win. H8. You ain't serious, Eduardo. You ain't serious. Come on. Stop it. But if you are, I respect it. If people like that ending, it's cool. It's a very SNL scary movie type of ending, in my opinion, for Halloween, but it is what it be. So it's cool, man. If you like that shit, fine. I ain't gonna judge you for it. But thank you, Eduardo. Hope you have a good new year, man. Oh shit, it burned my heart. That burp did. I think we're good. Oh, we're live. Yeah. Hey, Sarah. Colton says, OJ, what's your favorite movie poster of like all time? My favorite movie poster? No, I mean, okay, it's not my favorite movie poster of all time, but it's a movie poster that I always remember specifically. I don't know why. And I think there's something about that so fucking iconic and cool to me is RoboCop 2, where it's like a zoom in on his helmet and it's got that cobalt blue, and he's just like he's blue stealing it, and it's got the vibe. I think that the RoboCop, I can't pull up and show you guys, but the RoboCop 2 poster always like looked cool as fuck to me. Just his like a zoomed in of his face, the visor, the cobalt blue. It looks so cool, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously better ones, 100%. Like, you know what always scared me? Like one of the movie posters. There's two movie posters that always like scared me as a kid. And so when I was renting movies back in the day at Blockbuster, because I'm old as fucking dirt, I remember walking through the aisle and like doing like this because I like the Tom Savini 1990 Night of the Living Dead poster scared the shit out of me, and it was always that. Because it was always that girl with the stringy hair with the doll, the zombie that was in the car. That fucking scared me. And then Night of the Demons, when it was like that, when, you know, the guy that looked like he just came from a Rob Zombie Halloween party, and he's like, oh, and he's holding like a skull that's attached to like a metal thing, and he's like, oh, you know, it looked like a Meatloaf video. I don't know, like the lighting. The Hellraiser poster also scared me too, the Pinhead one. JK says, Jay, will you be checking out Sting's retirement match in March? He can still go. I mean, I mean, is he on TNA? Like, I don't even know where he's at anymore. I don't even know. I thought he retired a few years ago. To be fair, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, man, like Sting was, his height was in the late 90s, like the gimmick and all that stuff, and it was like, and it was really cool to see him coming to the WWF, but Vince McMahon and company handled the whole thing with Sting wrong. It was awful the way they treated like the former WCW wrestlers when they came into WWE. And there was a lot of ego going around because McMahon, I'm sure, was like, oh, well, now these guys that were once competitors are now coming. You know, I think there was a lot of stupid mistakes in storytelling and ideas that they fucked up on. But I mean, I'm sure I'll watch it if I'm around or whatever. I'm not gonna go seek it out, but I feel like, to be fair, I feel like Sting should have gone out early on with, fighting Triple H or Undertaker or something. I think that would have been a badass fucking fight. JK say he's in AEW. Ric Flair's in his corner. Holy shit, dude. God damn, I can't believe they're still doing it. Evil Monsterism says Triple H goes over at Mania 31 for unbiased reasons. I'm sure that's exactly what I'm saying, dude. Like, I mean, it's like unbelievable. Like, that was like such a, like, look what I've done to WCW. Like, it's obvious what the way that fight went. I think it would have been really cool to build up Sting in the WWE and then had a big ass cool fight or a cool ending match with Undertaker, to be fair. I mean, I think people would have loved that idea. Like Sting fighting the Undertaker. I think that would have been something really interesting. Tito says he knew that shit was going to happen. That's why it took him so long to go. Yeah, that's true. JT Custom says, hey, Jay, I have 3 questions. Okay. Do you
like men?
Yep, I love men. No doubt. They're my best friends. You seen What If season 2 yet? The finale airs tomorrow. I have not. I've been waiting for them all to catch up, and so I can renew my Disney Plus and get that free month for free because I canceled it. I'm gonna watch it though. How did Michael get? How did Michael got his eye back after 2? They don't explain. I guess he regenerated it. If he's supernatural, then he just regenerated his eyeballs. I mean, which scene, Lori stabbing Michael or Michael getting shot in Rob Zombie's Halloween? Which scene? And which scene, Lori stabbing Michael or Michael getting shot in Rob Zombie's Halloween? Like, what's more effective or what's better? I think the Rob Zombie's Halloween compared to Lori stabbing him is more like dramatic. When you don't know what happened and you just see the splurt of blood coming up. I just think it's more cinematic overall. But as far as like how Michael got his eye back after 2, he got both his eyes back because he had both of them shot out. I think he just regenerated it.
Yeah, which is insane. But yeah, that's what they did to us. That's what they left us with for sure. Okay, so
we're at Adrian Ybarra is the last at 1041. So
at 1041, Adrian says, excluding H78, there are 6 movies pre-2000 and 6 post. Which 6 films are you taking? 2 through 7 or 8 through 13? Or for variety, odd numbered or even numbered film? We'll stick with the first.
Adrian, would you please come down off your fucking
a lot of drinks, buddy.
cockamamie situations right here? Holy shit.
Had a lot of apple juice.
You're like a Greek god that says, make your choice. Come down.
2 through 7 or 8 through 18?
I'm taking 2 through 7.
100%. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah,
well, like, listen, I mean, 8 through 13, they had some good things going on in between that stuff, but it was so they were going way outside the box at that point, and it wasn't in a lot of ways. A lot of those movies, they didn't even feel like Halloween or Michael Myers in some instances. So 2 through 7 is like the classic, the good gooch that you want to smell.
Yeah, I'm going through 2 through 7 as well, my friend. That's where I'm sticking to. Okay, so in the case of, let me see here. So we don't have a poll going. Now we're just on. Oh, as far as I'm a little bit lost here. Let me put my screen up here. We agree that Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 absolutely goes in Steve's asshole.
Toilet. It's in the toilet. It's in the
where it belongs, and that's where he shall stay. Now, let us take a look at the final 3 films in the franchise, starting with Halloween 2018.
Smell this.
I don't like that. Somebody fart? It's not a cage, baby.
I mean, the visuals look cool though.
Yeah.
And the music, oh my god, it's sexy.
I'll pause it because Universal likes to copyright.
Yeah, Michael looked like a person when you see what your gonna have to pay after your insurance paid. You're like, because you thought your insurance was good, and they're like, you're gonna owe you owe $399.95. You're like, yeah. It's all right. I mean, I don't think it's like anything amazing. I think the music behind it makes it even better, but without the music, I put it pretty rad. That's where I put 2018. Pretty rad.
That's exactly that. Yeah, that's exactly where I put it too. I thought it was a little bit corny, how they went with that whole Happy Halloween Michael, and they tried to do Lori coming out of the shadows, just like Michael, and her looking over the roof, just like they went a little bit too corny with that for me. But you're right, dude. The shot of Michael staring at her and not moving,
I love
the
it.
music kicking on,
that
cool. Was fucking badass. So those two mixed together, and I feel like it ends right in the middle and pretty rad for 2018.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we put it, Dad. Yeah. All right. How about Halloween Kills?
Let's see.
Let's take a look.
Feast your eyes on this hunk of shit.
The whole beat down in the street.
I like it. I like this though. I like when he fucks that shit up.
Cheetah Man and Iron Lady.
I actually got mad about this. I was like, "What the? Leave him alone!
Stop it!"
I got mad when I was watching this verse. I was getting mad. I was like, "Fuck that shit." The fucking daughter too. You insult ass.
Who's about to stop?
Okay. Oh god, oh my god, I won't watch that.
So
right now.
now, and again, these are just to reiterate one more time. We know that these aren't Michael's death scenes because he didn't technically die during them, but this was Michael losing the movie to in that aspect, if you put it that way.
Yeah.
And for all intents and purposes, that was that. Obviously, he gets back up. He shows up in Karen's room, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm queer. Stop by sometime for a beer." And
you roll up on me like a phone bill. That's the only time you hold still. I will say, listen, if you're just gonna point it in, like, as far as a Michael Myers death, it's not bad. It's not like, it was kind of smart how they lured him there, and they kind of like, bombarded him really, with all these people in the wings. It was pretty smart. And brutal-ish. I put this as pretty rad. I don't think it's, but I'm also torn. I could put it at fuckable.
See, I was gonna say fuckable, dude, because the reason I say it's fuckable is because
I'll put it at fuckable because I'm thinking what comes next when he like gets his revenge. So right. I'll put it at fuckable. I'll put it like the death itself. It's not like they really planned this shit out. It's like a fucking Macaulay Culkin that was drunk, and he was like, "I'm gonna get my friends together and lay a trap for you in a back alley somewhere." And you think Michael will be smart enough to like sniff it out, and he didn't.
Right. Yeah, that's my thing with it too. Is like okay, so you let him there with his mask and all this shit. Which, by the way, at that point, it was already a little bit too much.
That's true. I hated that. Like luring him with his mask. I fucking hated that shit.
Yeah, we'd already done that to death a little bit, and then like these people just show up, and one lady has an iron, one guy's got a stick. There's a guy dressed as a Cheeto with a gun. For all the stuff they said about Michael up to that point, like he transcends, he's getting bigger, he's getting stronger. We all kind of knew he was going to get up after that point anyway. So I feel like that was kind of weak in its own weird way.
Yeah.
And also his retort from that was meant to be way cooler. They ran out of daylight when they're filming this scene, and the scene was supposed to be completely different, but they ran out of daylight. So they went instead to a studio, and that's where you see when he kills everybody, everything goes black, and it's just Michael Myers standing there in the darkness, and people taking turns walking up to him with bats and shit slowly, and Michael like slowly slashing them. And I thought that was such a cop out. I don't think that was nearly as cool as it could have been. Kills, even though it has some of the raddest deaths and it has some of the most badass Michael Myers.
I like the movie.
Yeah, I think that that go down scene for Michael was at best fuckable.
Yeah, and I was being like, like I said, I was being influenced. Like if it's all in, like when if you look at it from where they sucker punch him and then he comes back and then like he fucks that shit up. I love that scene entirely better than just the scene where he gets lured by, "I got your mask, bro, little bro. I got your mask. Come get it." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll go get it." Like, you think Michael would be smarter than that, dude? And I fucking hate. I knew they were gonna do it too, and that's what made me so fucking mad, dude. Like, because you saw in the trailers when she was holding the mask up, I was like, please leave his fucking mask alone. Like, stop. Every fucking movie, it's got to be some person taking the mask off and taunting Michael. Like, leave his fucking mask alone, you goddamn racist.
I'm with you. I think that's fuckable at best. I think that's a pretty easy one. Let's take a quick look here at ends to wrap us.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck.
Let's deep dive. Let's smell that asshole real quick. It smells like asshole and tuna.
Deep in there and see what happens, Greg.
Chew.
All right. No, not that one. This one. Here we go.
I'm breathing.
Oh, the corn.
I don't like looking at it, dude, because it's
bass
like his
player
face is fucking out.
That was gross.
Yeah, he's, Andy is apparently taking kung fu.
Oh, that's a deep cut. And then ultimately the hamburger.
Yep, that's how you do it.
And unfortunately, that's the last we see of Michael Myers. Unfortunately.
Yeah. She looked like Jamie Lee Curtis in that last thing looks like she's gonna be the lead singer of Damn Yankees. The reboot.
What was the thing from Newt? Is like what was it?
Mostly they come out at night, mostly they
kill Michael Myers mostly.
Yeah, dude. What if I gotta put it in Steve's asshole. And the reason why is I feel like it's such a slap in the face to fans, as much as those other two movies were, and for different reasons. But this movie, like, you know what it felt like? It felt like they had no idea how to end it, and they did the most basic bitch shit you can do. They didn't even do hot girl shit. They did basic bitch shit. they did like something like, it was like, hey, let's just make Laurie like the Mary Sue, and unmask Michael, basically taking his pants off and like having his dick exposed, and he's like this little old withered man, and we slice him up on a kitchen counter, and then we throw him into the fucking meat grinder and make Wendy's hamburgers out of it. Like, I feel like it was such a disrespectful. Again, I don't know why it's so hard to make a scene where Laurie Strode has a major cool ass Avengers League type fight with Michael without making Michael look like some pussy that couldn't even hold up to a regular human like Laurie at all. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's a shitty ass ending to what was mostly a decent trilogy, except for mostly. I hated it, dude. I saw that in the theater, and I'm like, what a fucking rip, dude. I was like, this is some lazy ass writing. This is some lazy ass filming. This is like, we don't know what to fucking do, so we're gonna do the fucking quick ass, like, easy way to do things.
There's no easy way out.
I hated it, dude. I think Steve's butthole juice should be like all over its mouth as far as the ending goes.
I'm in agreement with you, by the way. I do want to say that I think that this goes in Steve's asshole, and there's multiple reasons for that. Number one, I do want to say, and this is not just because he's a friend of the channel. I think that the special effects that they did
they're great.
Yeah, with Michael's hand ripping open, with the way that they slit his arm down, with the way that he like went gush in the gusher, it looked fucking good. Like, the looks of it, the special effects of it were fucking great. That being said, if you're going to say this is Halloween Ends, and we Blumhouse feel empowered to end Michael Myers, and we're going to be the ones to do it for real, for always, forever, and then you give us this week's shit, he was bested by a fucking Samsung refrigerator, and then a karate chop by the great Andy Matichek, who we love. Not her fault, obviously.
It's not the and let's be clear, we're not talking about the actresses or the special effects supervisors. No. The script itself was trash, especially at the end of the movie.
To put him on the back of a car like a Clark Griswold Christmas tree, and then like, the whole town just knew because we had walkie-talkies and they were ready for a funeral, and then to like for that to be like, if this is a mid-tier whatever Halloween movie, maybe fine, I guess, whatever. But this is supposed to be, we are Blumhouse and we are ending the Halloween franchise,
Yeah.
and that's the best you can come up with. Get the fuck out of town and take a bus. That's in Steve's asshole. But I feel like for fun, oh shit, hang on, fuck.
Not to mention the fact that everybody that was walking behind Michael, like strapped to that car, they all looked like they were marching in a fucking Macy's Day Parade. You know, they were all like very happy and proud. And I'm like, you get on your goddamn knees and show respect. I don't understand it, dude. I don't like, dude. It, like there's moments of like, I feel like it was cringy. It was cringy as fuck. It just felt so cringe to me watching that ending. And it wasn't even the fact that it was like cringe. It was like, it was such a disappointment as a Halloween fan watching that. And I was like,
yeah,
it's like watching Batman get his dick cut off by the Joker, and then like, it never mattered anyway. You were a Boy Scout, fuck you, and then getting thrown into a grinder.
The night
I guess it never mattered. Michael was always a chump. He was always a pussy boy, and he could be disposed that quickly. You know,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Michael is iconic. Michael is a legendary booger monster. He's our modern day Mummy or Frankenstein or Dracula from the Universal days, and you just like disregard or toss him aside so easily pissed me off. It just pissed me off. I don't know.
Right there with you. So our Jay and I feel like it sucks my butt, Steve. But since it's the last one of the show, while we answer the last super chats, we will put it to a vote. It's just I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. I will put it into a poll.
Yeah, you guys vote. Look around, have fun.
But I agree with you. While you guys take a look at that, let's see what you guys have to say about it. Lee, the Machine, Bowers, the Undertaker versus Sting would have been a dream match.
Yeah.
Both of them retired afterwards.
Well, because somebody was talking about, I don't remember who. I'm sorry. It might have been you, Lee, or somebody else. I'm sorry. I can't remember. Alcohol can do crazy things. But they were saying, like, am I going to watch Sting's last match? And I'm like, I thought he was already retired, so I didn't even know he was still around. And I was like, what I was saying was, like, the WWE handled that so poorly and so, like, childishly when they got the WCW, especially with Sting. They could have built that guy up. The Undertaker versus Sting match, if they had done that right, would have been fucking crazy good. And Lee, you're exactly right. Instead, they had him lose to Triple H in SummerSlam. Like, and it's like, and I don't know who said that. Like, oh, like that wasn't already scripted. Like everybody could see that coming. Like they're not going to let Triple H lose to Sting.
Yeah. At this point, yeah, it's kind of lost its luster at this point. Like I'm with you.
Back in the day, but back when Sting was hot, when WWE had bought WCW and Sting had come into the WWE, building up an Undertaker versus Sting match, like the Dead Man versus like the vengeful like Phantom, would have been fucking insane.
Yeah. Today it's so different. Like I'm with you. I didn't even know Sting was still fighting, so it's the same thing. Chris Nelson, not Christopher Nelson, Oscar winner Chris Nelson, but a good man nonetheless, says, "What's up, boys? When I was going through the worst point in my life, you guys are the ones I turned to. I love you, boys. And as a wrestler, goddamn, the Ironclaw was sick. Unfortunately, I can relate."
Yeah, damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I gotta commend you on your taste because that movie was incredibly good. Like, I haven't seen like Mike and I are like proponents forever for The Hills, another great wrestling show on Stars if you get a chance to watch that. But also The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. It's right up there with that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's such a great movie and it tells such a moving story and it does so in a flawless way, which I didn't even think that like because there's so much tragedy in that family. I didn't think they were going to do it in 2 hours. But truthfully, Mike and I both agree it should have been like a mini series on Netflix, like 8 episodes. But I'm sorry that you had to experience anything. I couldn't even imagine going through half of what Kevin Von Erich went through. That's fucking crazy. But
yeah, man. We were talking about this the last stream that like I feel like the next genre in a way could be just wrestling biography movies because they have so much depth to them. Wrestlers' storylines have so much tragedy. They have so much partying. They have so much the rise up, the rise down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, and that's why the Dark Side of the Ring's been so popular. I think it could literally be its own genre.
Well,
so
and you got to also think of like, and not everyone thinks this way, but I always feel like wrestlers or they're athletes. They put their bodies on the line
100%.
every fucking night when they go out. They're doing it live. Yes, things are scripted 100%, like storylines and whatnot, but they're still doing these physically demanding things that could potentially lead to disaster, and they can be paralyzed or whatever. And they get they don't get the same recognition or nod of the hat like something like a football player or a basketball player. And I always felt bad for that. Like, I mean, obviously there's a few chosen: Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, DMX or whatever. There's a Shawn Michaels. Of course, there's a few that rise up above the cream of the crop, but I feel like the sport itself, as far as wrestling, never gets the attention that all these other sports get.
well,
And I respect the fuck out of them. I respect the fuck out of. You're literally giving your body, and you got to trust the guy you're in the ring with. You got to trust him completely, because you're going to go in the back and you're going to plan out everything, but you got to trust that guy to not hurt you, and you not going to hurt him.
And he said it best in the movie. Like, the way he explained it in the movie, when she was like, "Isn't it fake?" He was like, "You don't understand." He was like, "You put in the most work, you climb the ladder, you put out the best performance possible,
Like
you win
job.
you win over the crowd." And he was like, "And if you're great at your job, your reward is the belt." He was like, "So it's real. Like, you become the best wrestler possible, and then you have reached that point. Maybe the outcome of the match is fake or scripted, but like, who you are as a wrestler is real." So it's like in any other job when you're like promoting yourself and you're fighting and you're torturing yourself to get there. And I think that was the best I've ever seen it explained. But and that being said, Chris, dude, you guys, we say it all the time. You guys do the same thing for us. If you feel like we've been there for you, trust me, you guys have been there for us tenfold in our hard times. So
100%.
the feeling's mutual, dude. Thank you just as fucking much, man. And we really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Austin says, favorite present this year? I got a Sideshow 6-scale classic brown suit Wolverine figure with real metal claws. It's hype as fuck.
God damn, dude. Did your wife, girlfriend, or your mom fucking like give away half their kidney for that? Because that shit's expensive as shit.
Those are expensive.
They are,
Looks
dude.
good,
I like, my dream is to get a Sideshow Joker, or Jack Nicholson Joker, or Michael Keaton Batman. The realism on those fucking things, you guys have no. If you guys get a chance, go look up Sideshow Collectibles. Look up Jack Nicholson's Joker. My God, it looks just fucking like him, dude. It's so incredible, the sculpt. But holy shit, dude, Austin, good for you, man. Your girl or guy or whoever the fuck loves you a lot.
It's me.
And they're gonna betray you later. They're only getting you close right now, but no, good for you. My favorite gift I got this year, you guys, and having this no, I literally didn't get anything like to write home about. My wife got me a couple of clothing stuff, and then I got a PS5 controller.
Those are fancy. Those are fancy.
Yeah, but it was on sale for $50, but it was good.
It's good shit. I'm gonna throw out this. I'm gonna throw out this guy right here. This is a notepad. You can't see it, but it's a notepad. It's got notes and it's got a magnet on it, and it says, "My dad is a blast." And my kid picked that out. They have this. It's cool that they do this thing in the elementary school for my youngest daughter, where they go in and you give them like $20 or whatever, how much it is, and they go in and they pick out presents for people in the family. And that was mine. And it says, "My dad's a blast." It's got a little magnet on it. That's good shit right there. That's high quality H2O.
You should use it.
So I'm gonna throw that one out there.
Use it all. Use it all up and then throw it away.
I started to use it for some like trivial shit. I was like, I should save on to this for a little bit. Jordan Decker, damn, missed the notification. Gonna watch later. Hey, you enjoy that fucking.
Hey, Jordan. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. You should be on. You should be on it right now. What do you mean?
You should be
every day waiting for us to upload. We come on at 8 every fucking night, bro. Stop it.
I'll say this, my friends. Fucking Ohio State's gonna lose. I'll say this.
Good. Fuck them.
Shut up, dick. Hey guys, if you guys don't trust YouTube. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. One of those things. Every single time we do a live stream, I post about that day of. So if you're not getting your notifications, please follow us on one of the social medias, because I always post that we're doing a show on those. That way you won't miss it, my good friends.
We are definitely shadow banned on YouTube. 1,000%
Possible. They don't like.
I think we are. I mean, no one's getting notifications.
Yeah, it does happen. Christopher Sampson, fly me to the moon like that bitch out Scrampson said. I wish you guys all the best in 2024. Jay, my favorite movie poster is Goodfellas. That's a fucking good one. Mike, you are the man. Jay, I love how you keep it real. Well, we love how you taste.
Thank you, man.
Wait,
Thank
what?
You, Chris.
That sounds weird. The way I said that. It's like we've been.
I hope you have a good. I hope you have a good New Year, Chris. And keep it up, dude. Love you, man. Thank you. You've been such a staunch supporter of the channel for the past year, for sure. Love hearing from you. You got some great fucking ideas. We've stolen some of them. We're not going to give you credit. That's just what we do.
Don't you worry about that.
It's fine. You might get royalties maybe one day in the mail. I don't know. They might come in the form of Krispy Kreme donuts. They're not going to come in the form of cash. But I like your Goodfellas because that is an iconic poster. You've got Liotta, Pesci, and De Niro on that fucking cover. That's a sexy ass poster. I also will go ahead, and if you're going to do mafia posters or something relate, Scarface is iconic as fuck too.
Yeah, no, the mafia pictures have some great fucking posters. No doubt about that. Yeah, dude, Chris, it's been a fucking blast to spend 2023 with you. And isn't it nice, dude? I fucking love the new year. The new year gets me fucking going, dude. It's so nice. It's like a fresh fucking clean slate. Hey, this new year could be fucking anything you want it to be. Hey, fuck all that shit. Hey, fuck all those hookers in my trunk from last year. All right. Fuck all. Whatever you did last year, it's over with. Fresh start, clean slate, 2024. We hope you guys have the best fucking year in 2024 as well. Lee the Machine Bowers. Thank you so fucking much, dude. We appreciate you as well. Lee's been in here tonight like,
I know, dude.
I'm going to show you my dick tonight, boys.
Lee's been a samurai champion. Flashing his katana to everybody. Look, it's inlaid.
Take it in.
It's like, look at the handle. It's inlaid gold. My samurai sword.
I do, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I think New Year's. I've never really given it the credit it deserves. I think New Year's might be my favorite fucking holiday. It's my wife's birthday's on New Year's Eve, so we always celebrate that.
I think it used to be for me, but Forrest Gump ruined it. Remember when Lieutenant Dan takes them up to the room and they're fucking with them hookers, and she's like, "What are you, stupid?" And like he slaps that girl down. He's like, "Don't you call him stupid." And they like, I don't know, it ruined. Like I was like, yeah, that's all depressing and shit.
The New Year's holiday for you?
No, it's just all depressing and shit. Like some people like are having a really bad time and they don't have their legs and shit and their hair's all stringy. I don't know, dude. Like
I'm not laughing at that, but
sometimes
it's just such a nice thing. It's like, hey, whatever fucking is going on, deleted, fucking clean slate. Let's all have a great fucking 2044. Let's suck the day's dick in 2024. Anyway, Lee said, for y'all sexiness, happy New Year's and have a good one. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Yeah, man. It's Halloween all the time. We're a completely, utterly 100% dedicated to the sexiness of Michael Myers forever and always, and we love that guy and we always will. And I gotta be fair, like at the end, this is gonna be the last stream for 2023, man. Thank you guys so much for your support this year. Been really awesome. That you guys have been here. Definitely needed it. There's been some really tragic shit that went on in my life, and I always look forward to coming on to the stream and having you guys supporting and being there at the end of the day. So thank you guys. You guys mean more to us than you fucking can know. So all your words of wisdom, all your fucking sexiness, all your fucking super chats, we love you to fucking death. And hopefully we can grow our little community a little bit more next year. We always hope that. We always like to see more and more new people because there's a lot of folk out there that don't know that there's some places that you can go and hang out with some geeky horror folk like we are, and just at home, just be at home,
naked in the cheese whiz.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much. Like
God intended. Yeah, love you, Lee. Thank you, buddy. Michael says, "Hope you guys have a happy New Year."
Hey, you too, Michael.
Fuck. You too, you fuck. We're not going to be with you guys when the ball drops, kissing each other on the mouths and dicks. But think of us because there's no place we would rather be when that ball drops
And
than
except
on
in your
your
mouth.
dick.
Yeah.
Just swallowing it whole like God intended. Speaking of God intended,
Tim, come on, man.
Fucking Tim, always coming in with the big fucking, hey, look at my dick. It's huge. Does anyone want to touch it? And we do, Tim. We do want to touch it, Tim. He says, Happy New Year to everyone. Real quick, since I didn't look into it yet, not that it would make it any better, but there is an extended version of The New Exorcist on Amazon now. Lastly, not to be on my soapbox, but AAA, not AA, gives free rides in most areas.
Hey, that's good advice, man. That's you know what, Tim, that's really sweet and very nice of you to say, because there's a lot of folk out there that don't know that, you know, that are in that stage of recovery. You don't got to go out and be a dumbass and feel like I don't know. I guess a horse and buggy will do, and be stupid. Hey, Tim, great message, man. 100%. That's a, and you know what? And that's a non-judgmental thing, right? The AAA is a good thing that you can have. But anyway, thank you, man. And as far as The Exorcist, I haven't watched the new movie yet. I just know that it sucked big old ping pongs, and I didn't want to watch it. So
you should have made that your Patreon commentary. First time watch, just watch that fucking shit show.
I'd rather watch something I'm gonna have a good time with. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is better. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tim, you might know more than me. Mike's seen it. I haven't seen it, so you can debate with him. I don't know.
Well, I did not know there was a new version of it. If there is a new version of it, I will actually, because I was planning on doing a Patreon commentary of it anyways. If there's a new version, I'll be happy to do that for it. I will say this, dude. Do that, you guys. As Jay was saying, as Tim was saying, if you have the opportunity to take a ride, to get a ride home, do that. There was one night, this is 15 plus years ago. This is forever and an age ago. It was before I even met my wife, where I was a waiter at Logan's and I worked a second job, and I was doing two jobs at once. And I got off work and I went to with a bunch of friends who I worked with to a place called Patchin' Pub. And I thought I had a ride home, to be fair. I didn't have that much to drink, but I had enough to drink. I shouldn't have been driving. So I decided to leave and drive because it's just started to snow. It was New Year's Eve. And I leave the bar to drive, and I was still living at my parents' house at the time. And I leave and I hit the light and I go out and I go straight, and it's like a 45-mile-an-hour road, and didn't realize I was going the wrong direction, because it can happen to you. It happens to you like that. And that's what you got to remember. The fucking median was this goddamn big. So I'm driving a Jeep 96 Cherokee Sport, and I hit that shit going 45 miles dead on, hit it. Jeep goes up in the air. I land. I'm driving, and I'm thinking, oh, fuck, I made it. Okay, I'm good. And I look in my rear view a couple seconds later, and sparks are coming out like a fucking Zack Snyder film. There are sparks flying out. And I parked. I ran back 1.5 miles to a payphone, and I made about $60 in tips that night at Logan's Roadhouse. Called a taxi, had them drive me home, and it was exactly the amount of tips I made that night. And then I had to go back the next day and get my car, which had flat tires, and I fucked up completely. So the moral of the story is, do not drive drunk. Don't do it. Use AAA. Do what Tim said. Be good people. Hey, we love you, fucking Tim. You're the fucking best.
I had a tree once, and I almost died.
Do that.
But it's cool. But either way, good. Mike just, it sounds like a fucking country song. I was driving in my Jeep and looked in my rearview mirror. And I was almost halfway home, and then my dick just saw,
sparks flew into the neon light.
You guys take that, just get an Uber or something. Don't be stupid.
Do it.
Don't be fucking dumb, dude.
We learned so that you could run, or something along those lines.
We walked so you could run.
Sutter Gillette.
The best a man can get. Gillette.
He says, hey, you beautiful son bitches, on vacation for 2 weeks.
Hey,
time to eat, drink, whore myself to an early grave. Currently chugging beer to Hearts on Fire with no easy way out.
That sounds hot as fuck, dude. That sounds hot as fuck. And you know what you're going to do after you're done, Sutter? You're going to watch Rocky. You're going to watch Rocky, and you're going to enjoy the fuck out of that. Because there's no better way to get prepared than listening to that shit and getting drunk and then watching Rocky 2. Skip Rocky 1. Get to Rocky 2. Get where he wins.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly. You got to. Rocky.
You don't need depressed. You don't want to be depressed.
Rocky's more motivational than any of them. But I will say this.
Loses.
Doesn't matter. He did his best, Jay. The other night, literally after our stream, Kate and I watched Rocky 4. And I woke up the next day slightly hungover, and all I had in my fucking head, dude, I could not shake it. It actually made my hangover worse. Was Hearts on Fire,
Dude,
strong desire.
Is Hearts on Fire better than No Easy Way Out? It might be. It might be.
They're equal, but I'll tell you, I could not shake it. Hey, we love you, Sutter. You're the fucking best, dude. It's good to see you, man.
One day we're gonna meet you and rub your face.
I want to touch it. El Shappy React says, Jay, you'd make an amazing motivational speaker.
No, it would be terrible because I would be drunk. it's like yeah, that's a great motivational speaker. He's drunk. I'd be like, free the beast. I'd be that guy in Role Models. Feed the beast. Remember when Paul Rudd gets drunk as fuck? He's like, feed the beast. He's like, hey, what are you guys even doing? You guys are gonna wake up tomorrow, pay taxes, fucking die. What's even the point, huh? Your girl's gonna cheat on you when she gets out of high school and she goes to college and she meets a fucking strong lacrosse player. What are you guys even doing?
Paulie would be the worst motivational. They don't have cable out here. What are you doing?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
To wrap it up, my good friends, to wrap up the year, Halloween ends, as according to you fine folks, goes right the fuck where Jay and I said it goes, into Steve's asshole. We end the year by putting Halloween ends in Steve's asshole. 55%, 21% said fuckable, 24% said pretty rad, but 55% said, hey, Halloween ends, get your fucking ass in Steve's end.
Booty juice,
get it
Steve.
in Steve's asshole.
Booty juice, Steve.
That's where we do it. That's where we end it. We love you fucking guys so much. We hope you guys have an amazing end of your year.
Happy New Year,
see
guys.
You in 2024. You fucking sluts.
Bye.
I'm going to take you all into my bed tonight and then rub you softly with ginger oils and then sing you songs by nationally recorded artist Bettenton Carter III. And then we're going to fuck while we eat charcuterie boards